Well, hello, hello, hello. Saturday night, nothing to really do. So guess what? We're going live, people. Hanging out with my buddies Earth and Craig from Kent Beer Reviews.
Howdy.
What are you guys up to? Let's get in the
What's going
chat and
on?
let's talk about it. Let's get a Saturday night chat going, y'all.
Sons?
Where my people at? Where the BeerVentures at? Get on up in here. If you want to get onto the chat, let me know. Try to get you the link so you can actually join us on here. I'm going to actually try to get the comments pulled up. So let me see here, and we'll see if anybody else decides to swing by and say hello.
Stop procrastinating. You know you want to get in here.
You know you do. You know you want to be here because everybody
You
wants
ain't
to
doing
be
nothing.
Right?
here. You just sitting there.
Sleeping is boring.
Just waiting for a hangout to pop up.
You're probably on HBO watching A Star Is Born or something because that's on right now. You're probably like, I'm bored as hell, but you can't tell anything to the old lady because the old lady wants you to watch Star Is Born with her. So when it's done, come on over.
It is what it is.
Wrap that shit up. Let me see. Get the chat here. And while I'm doing this, what are you guys drinking tonight? Hey, Coach. What's up, dog?
Coach,
Coach is probably watching The Star Is Born with his old lady.
what do you got, Craig?
I've got a Red Hook IPA. So, 6.2, something like that. That's what I saw earlier. Yeah, 6.2 IPA. They're out of Seattle, Washington. Yeah, it's okay. Had it a few times. I reviewed it last year, something like that. But yeah, I've had it probably about 5 years ago a few times. Yeah, steady West Coast classic, I guess. Well, it sounds a
Classic old school.
Yeah, bit of bitterness going on there. You know, it tastes like a beer.
Classic craft. They got purchased by a bigger company.
Yeah,
Wets the whistle.
Yeah. It's not a bad IPA. I've had that one. It's not bad.
But steady.
Yeah, I was just telling him, believe it or not, I've never had that one.
Really?
I've skipped by it plenty of times. I don't know why.
So yeah, it does get marketed for sure.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Earth?
I'm having the Patsy Nitro, which is a coconut rice stout. Local California brewery. 6.6%. Average Joe would be all over it. All the coconuts.
He'd be all over it. Eric be wanting to kick it.
Yeah, Eric with thumbs down it.
They are the yin and yang as it comes to coconut. What's up, Eastland? Eastland says Rick freaking James. he's still laughing about the video we did with the whole Dave Chappelle stuff, which is awesome. But Eastwind, if you're free, you want to get in, let me know, and I'll look at getting you the link over there too, brother.
So what's the Craft Brew Alliance then?
The Craft Brew Alliance?
Yeah. That's apparently that's who owned this.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know Red Hook is under a macro thing, so it's probably kind of like AB and Bev, how they bought some of the craft breweries.
Okay.
Probably like their version of the independent label or something.
Yeah, I know they came up on one of the things before, like craft beer. You thought it was craft beer, but really isn't. And Red Hook was on it, or that brewery. So yeah, it's all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna make you think it's craft beer, even though it's not.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It tastes good, so it's that'll do.
That's like, I just saw a thing earlier today. I think I put it on Twitter as well. That if you were in California, not California, well, it'd be California. If you were buying Kona and thinking it was brewed in Hawaii, because it isn't, there's actually a class action lawsuit. You might be able to get your refund of your money back. It's like, really? Like,
don't they brew that in like 3, 4, 5 different places?
Yeah, it was not Hawaii, and people are like, "Oh, this isn't Hawaiian beer. I'm offended."
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
It's not a true Hawaiian beer.
We get loads of that brewery beer.
Yeah.
Here now, it's like some of it's in supermarkets. It's like, really?
Yeah, that's how it is here in supermarkets, and it just sits there because I don't pick it up.
Yeah, you buy 6 packs over here. It's not often we get like to buy 6 packs of a beer over here from America. It's normally singles all the way.
Yeah, over there, like we talked about that before, like you really don't, everything over there is kind of set up to buy individuals more than like over here where they want you to buy 6 or even 4 packs now.
Yeah. That's what they're marketed as over here. It's 6 packs. It's like, well, it's the first kind of brewery from America that we've got the, you can go and buy a pack of it. It's like, oh.
Yeah. See, I like buying the individuals myself, and of course, doing the reviews and stuff, it makes it easier.
Yeah, exactly.
To just get those.
Yeah, I'm not upset we don't get the packs, to be fair, but sometimes you get a mix and match kind of deal. You can pick up like 3 or 4 bottles for a set price, which is all right.
Yeah, if you can get some singles, that'd be good. Yeah. I'm not really wanting to grab a whole 6-pack or 12-pack.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they're all right for hangouts and stuff, but if you're reviewing, it's like...
Yeah. It's funny, when I came back from Dallas at one of the bars when I was drinking before the flight, I got hey, you fly Delta, you don't have any issues. You fly American, you hold on. And one of the guys next to me was actually drinking one of the Mission ales. So I was like, I wanted to ask him, like, you really like that? Like, kind of, I mean, that gluten-free, I guess. I mean, I've had it a few times. I was just curious, but I didn't want to seem like I was offended to ask him or anything, so I didn't ask him anything. But he seemed like he was enjoying it. But I just can't get into the gluten-free beers.
I had a gluten-free Hellas Lager earlier.
Mission from where, though?
It's Mission. They're out somewhere out west. Mission,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. They said Mission.
But I like, I'll drink ciders, and they're gluten-free. So it's just, with the beer, I haven't found like a gluten-free beer that I've actually enjoyed that much.
Oh, right. Yeah, I had a Lager earlier, and that was a gluten-free.
Yeah.
It's all right. Not too bad for what it was. It was quite...
Eastland says, it's always funny because it always happens to Craig. He says, where's Kent from in the UK? Because of the whole reversal of how things are. But actually, Craig is in Kent. Over there, it's like he's saying Kent because he's in Kent, but his name was Craig. But it's always funny just because people always think, wait, where's Kent from?
It's a curveball name, isn't it? It's just like...
That's just how we do it differently than over there. It's kind of like...
Yeah. He's representing the whole area.
Right.
Well,
we put the month and day first, and everywhere else around the world seems to put the day and the month first,
Yeah, it's just... I get confused sometimes. You think, what's that? It's like... I get confused. I can't remember, Yeah, look at Untapped. It's like... you've had a few beers, and you're looking, and it's like, nah, doesn't matter.
Right? Again, if you missed what I said, Eastland, if you want to get in, just let me know, brother. Let's see here. And then right now, Eastland's the only one commented besides the heads up from head coach. Eastland said his family lives in Basildon. Is that far from where you're at? Basildon?
That's in Essex, just across the Thames estuary from me. I live on the south side of the Thames, which is the county of Kent.
Is it like, how far is it? Like 20 minutes or 30 or something like that?
Not far at all.
Yeah.
You have to go, there's no bridge. The closest bridge is the Dartford River crossing. So that's about an hour or so drive. And you go across and then you go back the same kind of way sort of thing to cross it. Yeah,
zigzag.
That's in Essex, county of Essex.
There's an old saying, as the crow flies. You guys get that over there too.
Indeed.
Oh, right now I'm actually drinking the Gosser beer, which says Austria's finest beer.
Oh.
I would kind of think this isn't probably the finest beer in Austria. It's an okay beer, but I'm thinking Austria has to be doing better than that because, the heritage of Austrian beer should say that's not your finest.
Keeping it diverse.
Yeah, middle of the road beer. But I'm actually going to finally drink a little bit of this whiskey that I got. I haven't done. I'm going to have a little. It's called Rebel Yell. I had this for a while, and I thought about maybe having a little bit of a rum and coke because I still got the Jamaican rum here, but a little bit of this and.
You don't ruin it with Coke, surely.
Huh?
You don't ruin it with Coke, do you?
What about Coke?
You don't want to ruin the rum.
Oh, ruin it, yeah.
Ruin the rum with Coke.
Ruin the rum with the Coke, yeah. I don't know. I never had the straight. I never had the rum straight when I was in Jamaica. They kept putting it in everything, but
if it's a good rum, I'd like just try it, see what it's like.
That's what they do in the tourist type of scenario, Rod.
Yeah.
It's always mixed drinks.
I've been to Jamaica and they've got some cracking rum out there.
So this is like the main rum. This was like the Appleton special that they used over there, and then this was their Appleton Estate blend. So,
right.
You get the bigger bottle, so I was putting it in my suitcase, and I don't know about the international law. I know if you fly in the States, you can take up to a liter in your check bag. So I don't know international how that will work, though.
I think they're going to be changing that in the UK soon at Heathrow.
That you won't be able to take it, or can you take it now?
You will be, but I don't, because at the moment you can't. You can't bring stuff in, get it through customs. You've got to either get rid of it or you've got to buy it the other side of the line, kind of thing. That's when they sting you.
Well, I know it
was that a total of 1 liter, like total everything, or just per bottle?
The law said total everything 1 liter.
All right.
No.
Anything over 25% ABV.
Well, that doesn't get you nothing.
Well, that's if you're obeying the law.
Most bottles are $7.50, so
right.
So you've done well then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have the bigger bottle of it just in case, but that's all right. And then, all right, Eastland, I'll try to get that shot to you as well. And then Raining Your Praise in the house. Welcome, Raining, to Rod. Bed, Miller. The shelves around here at supermarkets, corner stores now have a third of the shelf space they did a month ago. Days are changing. Wow. Bud, Miller, and Coors disappearing, so more openings for craft beer. Nothing wrong with that.
I never would have thought such a thing would happen.
No. Oh, people aren't buying it, still about the shelf space.
Yep, that's
people get the other stuff. It's
the shelf battle.
It's going to be like Illusion and Crooked Stave and all these.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I only ended up buying this one because I got that Ibotta app. I don't know if you guys have seen that Ibotta app. It gives you money back when you buy things. They're like, oh, buy this bottle of whiskey and get $3 back. All right, I'll give it a try.
So could you use that in your deals you get as well?
No, we don't usually do the craft beers. So I'm domestic. They're like if you buy a 12-pack of Bud or something, which I never do. But like, yeah, I was like, okay,
take
well,
that $3 credit and add it to the craft beer you're gonna buy later.
Well, the funny thing is, at Kroger, this whiskey was actually on sale as well. So it was like usually I think it was like 24 or something for the bottle. They had it for 19, so I ended up getting a discount on it. I can't help it, Craig. I walk into these things,
When you were in that Total Wine, Rod, did you see, I don't know if it had it, but up in the front, they got those, it's kind of like a little kiosk thing, and they got the little samples of whiskeys up there, so you could just try the little 30 and 50 centiliter little bottles.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. They had a person
up by the registers.
I didn't see those. There was a person there that was giving samples of beer from one of the breweries, so I had a couple of that. But yeah, I didn't see the whiskey ones. Those might have been nice to take a taste on.
It'd be too much for you, Rob. That's better.
I'm gonna try to hit Eastland out so I can get him. the link. And Todd said he may join here in a bit as well.
Oh, cool. You're getting deals on rum as well?
Well, I mean, there are deals on rum, I'm sure. I haven't really went out to hunt for the rum. I didn't get a deal on those because those were just at the resort. But
oh, right, yeah.
I mean,
So
well, like where
you paid normal prices. So.
Oh yeah. Not everything is a deal, Craig. But you know who gives out deals is like J.O. and the Party Source Reviews. They always have deals going on.
Don't they know who you are? God.
Yeah. Well, that's even worse because it's like I go see J.O. over there. He's like, hey, come try this real quick. We'll do a quick video or whatever. It's like I got the wife in the car. I wasn't planning on drinking, but okay, let's do something real quick.
We heard you like a deal.
Let's go ahead and drink it. There's the man. What's up, Todd?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on?
How you doing, Todd? All right?
Let's see. Okay, and all right, Chris, I'm gonna hook you up here in a second too. So Off the 10th is going to join us. So trying to get everybody all organized here.
Get the party started.
Whoop, whoop. Let me see.
How you doing, Todd? I haven't spoken to you for a while. You all right? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
He's probably muted himself or something.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Craig?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear him.
I can hear both of you.
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
you can't hear him?
Yeah,
It's gonna be like that already, huh?
This isn't going well yet.
Hold on.
Don't let it turn out to be the Verizon commercial.
Let me see. Chris, whose Raptors off the 10th are a game away from being NBA champions.
What's the score now then? Is it 3-1?
It's 3-1 now.
3-1, yep.
Let me see. Let me pull up
I
Eastland.
don't follow it. I just look out for the result and stuff. I'm like, oh.
I take it that just ended.
My mate Chris supports them.
The next game is Monday night.
Right. Should be the last one.
But yeah, Toronto should beat them. But even when they were healthy, Toronto was leading on the series anyway.
Well, they beat them, I think, twice in the regular season, too.
Yeah.
But that'll be their excuse that they've had all the injuries.
Let me see here. I'm trying to still get you here, Eastland, so give me a second. I was going to your YouTube page, see if you had an email there. Let me see.
That would suck if they lost.
Internet sucks, doesn't it?
Oh, if Toronto would have?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't matter to me because I don't care either way. I don't follow it, but
no, I like it for, I mean, Chris who supports and more follows him.
yeah.
So that'd be cool.
That's why they play the games.
But yeah, I don't even know. What
Highly improbable, but still a chance.
being a Brit and all that, I've got
Brit. Here's something I ever asked you before. Do you actually do like tea? Like, is that like part with you and the wife? Do you like a tea time or anything, or like during the course of the day, or?
What do you mean, a cup of tea?
Well, they always do like over here, like a show stuff on TV, and it'll be like, over in Britain they have like the tea hour or whatever. Do they still do that?
No.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying, that's just what they show. It's the propaganda we talked about.
See, that just goes to show you it's all.
And it's a spot of tea, isn't it?
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's 4 o'clock. It's time for tea. 4 o'clock. It's time for tea.
Craig's like, hell with that. It's time for beer.
Tea, what is it? Tea and crisps?
Yeah. I might have an Earl Grey IPA or something like that. But no, it's a nonsense. You drink tea anytime. It doesn't have to be 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's just, I prefer coffee to tea anyway. So.
See, that's the propaganda we get sometimes over here about.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
I just have some kombucha if I'm going to do some tea.
I mean, it might be still happening in some, depending on, what kind of class you are.
It's like the Office Space scene where he asks his buddy if anybody ever there says a case of the Mondays, and he's like, "Hell no, man! I think someone kicked the shit out of him if they said something like that."
Yeah, it's a nonsense, and we all got to drink tea. It's like, most people don't. Maybe if you went back like 60, 70 years, it'd be more like that then.
I got it, Chris. Cool.
It's changed. It's changed. I think all the toffs and that, they might still partake in that sort of nonsense, but we just drink tea anytime. It doesn't have to be 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Most people are still at work then anyway, so
It always seemed like it was pretty much more propaganda or something anyway. So
yeah, it's still a tradition, but it's not a very kind of. I think a lot of people in Britain probably don't even realise it's a tradition now. So. I think it's more nostalgia, isn't it? And
yeah, probably.
Looking in from other places and stuff. It's like, oh, they drink tea and give me a cup of coffee. Shut up.
Right.
It's probably how it is with any nationality. Oh, they think we do this. That's the myth.
Oh, it's
You just get laughed at.
They're doing Chris.
Like they really fell for it.
Look at these idiots.
Free one.
You always do.
Raptors, baby. Raptors, baby.
What up, Chris?
What's up, brother?
Who I would still Raptors, baby. I would steal Redbeard's I would steal Redbeard's thing by saying what be going down, but I'm not.
The Warriors.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yep.
Can you hear us? I don't know.
Freaking Google.
We had this trouble, was it 2 weeks ago, didn't we, Rod?
Not
Yeah.
this again.
Chris, the Raptors are rubbish.
No.
Now you can hear now. Okay.
I didn't hear
All right.
So you pretty pumped about your Raptors now?
I'm a little bit pumped, yeah. You know what? And I heard you guys saying that Golden State's probably going to say, or I think Todd was saying that Golden State's probably going to say they're all rattled with injuries, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? Fuck them. Who cares?
Exactly.
We're going to defeat the current champs and bring the title to Canada. We're happy.
I hope you do.
Yeah.
I hope they. Doesn't matter how it happens.
Well, like I said
do.
earlier, the course of the season, you guys swept them both times you played them. So
Yep, we did.
So it's not like you weren't beating them before. And
Right.
welcome, Chris. Welcome, Eastland.
Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, you.
Hey,
What's
Chris.
going on, bud? Eastwind, what's going on?
What's up?
So Todd,
I'm about
Todd,
to,
Chris, and Chris.
Go, Todd, Chris, and
Go-
Chris. So is that
I
what
said
happened?
Todd, Chris, and Chris. What are you guys drinking?
Nice,
Right?
perfect.
But Chris was about to say, I think, what he was drinking.
I am drinking a strawberry.
Canada Chris, and America Chris.
Canada Chris.
Separate you
Canada
guys
Chris
somehow.
is about to drink a strawberry milkshake IPA from Middle Ages. It's coming in at 7.4% alcohol by volume. I have had not so many. I've had a few beers from Middle Ages, and they haven't failed me yet. And this is a strawberry milkshake IPA, which is obviously going to be dessert beer. So we're going to see how this one is.
Have you had that one before?
I have not. I have not had this.
You got another one?
I wish.
No.
I don't. We want it
Move
first?
quickie here on live.
No, I'm not doing one. I just filmed 2 of them, and I'm just trying to get through these beers before I jump into doing some wine because I'm going to take Rod on the wine title.
Uh-oh. He's coming for you, Rod. He's coming for you, Rod.
He's coming for you.
I don't know if I'm still a top 50 wine tuber. I haven't looked at that in so long, but my blog, I know FeeSpot dropped me from the top 200 blogs. I was doing the blog stuff, so I'm probably not on the wine list anymore, but I'm still top 30 beer tuber, baby, on YouTube.
Oh, I'm gonna get in on that eventually. As soon as I get another 832 subscribers to catch up to you, we're good.
You're moving on up.
No, I'm not moving anywhere. I've been at 168 for so long now. It's not even funny.
Hey, well, all you guys watching, make sure you guys pop in and hit off the 10th, and make sure you sub to his channel as well. Yeah, Brew News is in the house. What's up?
Oh, shit.
Gotta do that networking.
It's Skrillex.
There goes the neighborhood.
I do, Paul.
Prolapses.
Saturday
About to
night,
go off the
Saturday night
rails.
looking all right.
Prolapses.
It's Marilyn Manson.
Prolapses for everyone.
There goes all your intestines.
So, what are you drinking, American Chris?
I'm drinking a little Irish
Holy shit! It must be Saturday.
and some awesome fucking natty ice.
Oh, there you
Oh, my God.
What a combination.
For a beer.
Where's Lancelot when we need him right now? Get him in here.
He's got a girlfriend, right? So
He said he was back.
he's got
I
a girlfriend.
saw that too. That 30-second video. I'm back, motherfuckers. I'm
Back.
Rick James, bitch. Rick James.
I'm Rick James. I'm back, and I'm falling asleep in my chair. That's what I'm gonna do.
He's
New
all roughed up.
location.
He's all roughed
Yeah,
up.
I saw that. He's not behind the anchor desk.
Yeah, he's got a whole new area now with his new apartment, I believe. So,
Just
Nice.
got us all in suspense.
yeah.
Can't wait.
And what are you drinking, Todd?
I'm drinking a Listerman and Weyerbacher collaboration. It's called BA Man on Wire. It's a chocolate coffee and peppers imperial stout brewed with sea salt, chocolate with pomegranate, coffee, peppers added, and,
You know what,
and
Todd? You
bourbon
can just
barrels.
shut up right now.
That sounds like a mutt of a beer right now. Is what
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Yeah, this brewery is like 25 minutes away from me. I need to get over there.
Oh, and Rod,
You
my
even said
brother,
pomegranate.
my brother and sister-in-law went there today because they released 2 new ones today. So he got me a 4-pack of each. Yes.
Nice. So one of my buddies went over there. He got the new Pride beer they did that he picked up. So
Yeah, he
it's
got
really
that
good.
one. He got that one, and then they had a Berliner Weissen that was made with rice
Fruit Loops.
Oh, Fruity Pebbles.
fruity pebbles.
Forgot about
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Can you imagine if the Pride beer was actually poured like a rainbow in your glass? It'd be fucking pretty cool.
Be magical.
Yeah, and that one they brewed with it said over 1,000 pounds of sherbet, rainbow
Yeah.
sherbet beer
Ooh,
or
holy fuck.
ice cream or sherbet, whatever.
Did he say if they
Well,
sold
what,
out of
Trevor?
it at all?
No, they went. He messaged me and said they were about ready to leave, and it was like at 12:30, and they still had cases. They still had some cases left. I'd say at this point they're
Yeah.
gone. No, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Which I was kind of surprised because I saw a picture on Instagram that they were people standing in line for it, so I thought it would sell out fast, but so I guess apparently it didn't.
I might be out tomorrow, so I might try to swing by there. Right over to my Xavier University. Welcome, Gilbert's in the chat. Says, "Cheers, fools!" And
Cheers.
Cheers, sons.
never trusted skinny chef Shane's in the chat. He just hit over 200 subs. Congrats!
Good job.
Shane, I'm gonna try to do a food collab with Shane.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
We'll try to do that. And then Paul, what are you drinking? Are you on the off the stuff now, or you got like a couple days left? Or
No, I'm
You
drinking.
want the Java?
I'm drinking a non-alcoholic, gluten-free hazel coffee imperial stout.
oh, well,
No, I'm basically drinking hazelnut coffee.
I was gonna say. With or without cream.
Water chaser.
Yeah.
What's up, Shane?
So Paul's actually going to take a little bit of a break here and stuff too. So nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get my
Trying to
health
get back
on.
in shape. I'm gonna drink pretty consistently in September, so I can get
course you
back
are.
in shape for the Ken piss up though. So
What?
you
It can't
go.
be the lightweight.
Are you going back over to England?
Yeah, I'm gonna have
It's
to.
happening. That's
Nice.
I'll take out another fucking credit card if I have to.
he's gonna make it happen. So I take. So you're not going to Massive's thing then next month, I guess, right? Because you won't be drinking. Yeah.
No, I'll be working. Working.
We missed you. We missed you down in the up in the Niagara region there, Paul.
I know. Well,
It was awesome.
I got fucked on that one.
Yeah, you did.
Got really well, and then not even just like, for instance, if for some reason I couldn't go to yours, I had tickets to the Maryland Death Fest that weekend, and I had the chance to go to a zombie fest at a drive-in too. So I was like, everything's happening the weekend. I get fucking forced to be there. So I was like, the more shit that was going on, I found out was awesome. The more angry I got.
I would too.
Speaking of zombies, there's a new movie coming out with Bill Murray.
I saw the trailer for that. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that plays Darth Vader. Yeah, it looks pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As at first, when I first thought, I thought it was like, is this like supposed to be like the Zombieland or something like that? But then that's always a different type movie. Because I mean, they killed Bill Murray in Zombieland. But,
right.
Yeah.
Which was one of the funniest scenes.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how good Zombieland 2 is going to be now they got it back on track again, but I can't see it fully holding up. Oh, Eric Gilbert says drinking a delirium tremens and eating a baked potato in Ontario, grass-fed New York strip, sons.
Oh, Ontario. Oh, the riot.
Getting fat.
It had everything but the potato.
Yeah. And then Shane said Eastland's Farm been uploading the video for over 2 hours now. It's not loading LL. Even YouTube knows it sucks before I can upload it. I feel like you might be using the Magic Platinum that I have, which I don't even know why I'm using that system. Because that's definitely been sucking on rendering speed.
I'm not sure if I accidentally hit a button when I was sleeping or touching myself. I have no idea. But I ended up getting YouTube Premium, and I'm like, why do I have this, and how do I have it? I'm like, did I pay for something and I wasn't aware of it? Because all of a sudden I have YouTube Premium, and I can do shit that I couldn't do before.
I know they're doing YouTube Premium for you get it free for a month.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what you look.
I don't know. Maybe
Drunken mistakes.
Yeah, that or it's when my kids were watching their Minecraft videos. They must have. Oh yeah, we'll get that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just got my community tab, so I was messing around with that.
Yeah, you did. Congratulations, pal.
Yeah, well, it's funny.
1,000 motherfucker.
We were on the show Thursday. We were doing the show Thursday night. I'm like, I'm supposed to get it. They said within a week, and like I'm seeing people didn't get it and everything. I wake up next morning. Oh shit! I got the community tab. So I don't know if Google, if they were eavesdropping. We were talking earlier about the eavesdropping of Google and the systems, Alexa and Siri, all of them they've been doing to people.
Mm-hmm.
They're always listening.
Yeah, they heard you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, this
They
guy's
just heard you.
fucking crap. Let's give it to him.
They saw the American Airlines video. They didn't want that heat. They did not want that heat.
So, bro, what can you do with that community tab now?
So you can post like polls, or you can post like videos or pictures, but kind of to interact with community, let them know upcoming things on the channel and stuff like that, or things they want to see. You can ask questions and do stuff. So more involvement, kind of like if you're on Twitter or Facebook doing it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know why you have to wait for 1,000 subs to do it. I think everybody should have it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I know some of the channels I follow do it, but now I know 1,000 subs.
And they said, "Oh, you also have Super Chat now. Hit here to enable. Enable. You're not monetized. You got to be monetized for Super Chat. Well, why are you just fucking with me then? Why are you saying I got it and I can't use it?
Super Chat.
Yeah.
Dangling the carrot out in front of your face.
Yeah, another 342, and I'll be there.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not that. Actually, it's not that undoable. So I mean, we could do this. We could 342. Might take a little time. I'll get there.
Yeah, if you guys don't have PA Brew News, definitely check them out. Because I'm sure you're going to be doing some more hiking videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm working out and everything.
That, yeah. Well, after the One Maniacs Meet podcast, I didn't lose 1,000 subbers, so I'm doing great all the way up from here. So
there you go.
I'll hit 1,000 soon.
I'm still waiting on Earth's content right now.
Yeah,
Earth
is waiting on Earth's content.
Earth and Todd are on the Long Joe plan. I mean, they're
See,
just hanging out.
You guys both have
Believe
cameras.
it or not, I had a channel back in like 2007, but I deleted it.
I got this
Really?
Hubbard's cave for Earth, but they got a new Hubbard's cave in that I have to go pick up before I send his package out.
Oh, don't tease me.
Look at Earth. He turned real quick there.
You know what? It's funny because Earth and Todd both have cameras, and yet why don't you have a channel? Fucking throw some shit on there. Do it.
They went to the school of Joe. I'm telling you.
But he broke down
Well,
one day.
somebody said it already. I got a face for radio, but not
The face for
Same
radio
here,
and a
same
voice
here.
for silent movies.
That's right.
So for American Chris Eastland, this is your first time really hanging in with us. So you want to say something about your channel, what you're doing over there, what kind of stuff?
I really don't do a lot of videos. I have some stupid cat videos and guns. I mainly do live streams, but I erase them because I have music flowing during the live streams, and I'm incredibly drunk, so it's embarrassing. So I take them off.
Yeah, I just
Is the cat drinking beer?
So it's like a YouTube remorse channel.
I'm sober now. That was a bad decision.
Yeah.
American Chris, you just sold me on that channel. I just subbed. Your pitch right there. That was it. That's
You know, if you go in there, if you do the video and you just make the video unlisted, you'll be able to keep all the action for people watching your channel, and it won't show up in your regular stuff. So that way you don't lose the people that did watch it and help to build up the channel.
Well, I have to go through Streamlabs, so I don't know if I can do that because I don't have 1,000 subs.
Well, no, you can still do it. You would just go into your YouTube dashboard and mark them as unlisted when you edit the video.
Okay.
Just go under the edit the video and just make it unlisted, and then it won't show up in your regular stuff unless somebody really knows about it. They wouldn't be able to see it.
All right, I'll give the 10th guy that looks like Bruce Willis with a cap on from Canada, Chris from Canada.
Canadian Bruce Willis.
I like the Bruce. You know how many times I get the Bruce Willis? I don't see it.
I'll give you a reach around. I'll give you a reach around. Something you, bro.
Nice.
The question is, which Die Hard version, though?
No, I was gonna say, if you take your socks and shoes off and you ball your toes,
Yeah,
it'd be all right.
There's my Bruce Willis right here.
That's definitely an after Moonlight in Bruce Willis.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Mood lighting with the wig on his head.
He might be the next Lex Luthor. You never know.
Yeah. He's Bruce Willis in Undrinkable.
420.
I call
What's
him
up?
Rob Mr. Glass.
And Red Beer, what's be going down? So if you guys want in, let me know. I know 420 said link me in, so I'll shoot you a link there as well. Nick, if you want in, let me know. I was looking at Red Beer. I know when does a Red Beer probably want to
I was
gonna say, do you even have to ask?
Yeah,
We'll be at
Let me
full
see
capacity
here.
at that point.
I would like to see a spoof movie with Undrinkable with you as Bruce Willis and Ewart as Mr. Glass, because that would just make sense since he's the glass. He is the glass diva.
He's gonna be the guy carrying all the glasses for sale. He's
Yeah.
like, I got Nikus.
Oh.
I got tulip glasses. You want these? I'd be like, I can't drink out of those. They're undrinkable. End the movie. We're done. Over.
Let me see. Let me find Nick here.
Nick.
All taquitos are on Nick.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
East Coast
Taquitos
ham.
for everybody.
Let's do a quick quickie on this strawberry milkshake IPA from Middle Ages. Remember how I said I liked everything from Middle Ages so far?
Yeah.
Not feeling it.
You still
Spoke
do?
too soon.
Mm-hmm.
I did speak too soon, and this one is it's a strawberry. The first word is strawberry, and I don't get any strawberry.
I just had the same thing with the last review I did was strawberry haze. It was strawberry and tangerine. You got the tangerine, you got no strawberry. So I was like, it's good, but it's shit. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
one of the hardest
that's exactly
adjuncts
how I
to pull off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seemed like you get that a lot with a lot of the strawberry, kind of like peanut butter. You never get it. Very
Strawberry,
rarely.
blueberry, and watermelon. You don't get enough. I'll tell you right now. Watermelon comes off more like Jolly Rancher watermelon because there's never enough of the watermelon.
Yeah.
The only watermelon that I really liked, but I got it correctly, was Roy Pitts in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, makes a watermelon lager. And they use so much damn watermelon, though, it takes them like a whole day to clean out the mash tun when they get done.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean? It's like
Exactly.
1,000 tons of watermelon. But that has a nice little watermelon back to that lager. And the lager shows it off. There's no other characters but that, so.
Yep, I don't doubt it. Craig, what are you drinking over there, pal?
I've just done a review from the Baxter Brewing Company, and they're out of Maine.
Per diem?
It's the per diem, or it's a Prohibition Pour, 5.5%. Okay.
Hey, Craig, can I ask you
What
a
kind of
question?
style is that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's in a porter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a porter. Sorry, I didn't hear.
Craig.
Oh. Hi.
Is Craig there?
He's there.
Hey, Craig, how far are you from Heathrow?
Probably about an hour, 2 hours. That's
Okay.
West London.
Okay.
I'm East Kent. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I travel there every once in a while, so I didn't know how close you were.
Yeah, I'm near a place called Sandwich.
Okay.
The
yeah,
Earl of Sandwich.
the Earl.
Indeed. Not far from that.
I'm originally from Massachusetts, so all our towns are called after fucking English towns, and we have Sandwich and all that stuff, and all that stuff. But anyway, that's cool. Yeah, my grandmother still lives there. She's 105.
Wow.
What?
Dang.
Good for her.
Yeah, she wants to fall asleep though. She definitely wants to fall asleep. She's 100% in her mind, but she has a 105-year-old body.
Yeah.
And she's all done with that. She got her, I guess, in England. She got a letter from the Queen. Once you turn 100 in England, you get a letter from the Queen or the King.
Yeah.
And it's like a certificate. And so she's got certificates from her town council and the Queen and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so I got my uncles and my nieces and nephews still live there.
When the Queen hits 200, she'll write a letter to you.
Well, it's cool. You get a letter from the Queen. I'm thinking in America, you get to talk with Al Roker. He pulls you up on the TV. So.
No offense, Craig, but the Queen is a Terminator.
Yeah.
She's
How old is the Queen now?
23.
I mean, I know she just had her birthday.
20.
34.
Just turned 21.
Yeah, she's in dog years.
She's buying a Corvette next week. She's in her middle ages now.
Yeah, she's getting old now.
Yeah.
The old girl.
I wonder if Trump tried to grab her by the, you know what?
Oh,
And all kinds of dust came out.
It's a lot of powder. It's a lot of powder around here.
Poof.
that's an old gym stuff.
Yeah. But Eastland, I was going to say, Steven also said from Eclipse Brewing, if you put it on private, that way nobody will see it at all, but you'll keep all your stats.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I lose crazy.
Yeah, when you delete it, you always lose everything on YouTube.
Okay.
So you never want to delete them.
Cool.
Queen Elizabeth is 93 years old.
Wow.
Nonagenarian.
She's the young 93.
Yeah. I'd still pop
39.
that hip out location.
I knew that was
Just made Paul a little bit horny there.
Anything
I'll make
makes
you Randy.
it won't make you horny, baby. Yeah.
You say, how old is too old? Before you finish the sentence, Paul's already in.
Yeah.
Say no more. Say no more.
He's squirting a
Even
lube already. He's good.
Yeah. Even when they go to dust, I'll just form them into a pocket pussy. They're good.
We missed you, Paul. We missed you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
See, I don't need to be drunk to be weird.
Just be you, that right? Just be you.
Just you do you, boo boo.
Don't be fake. Nobody
Who
wants to
just-
speak
no.
Russian. What's up for 20s in the house? What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys?
What are you drinking tonight?
Devastated double bomb.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, is he the Russian? Is he the Russian guy from Vegas?
He's in Vegas, yeah. Well, South African.
No. Come te consideras the better person. No, I'm from South Africa.
Yeah.
G'day, mate.
I speak Russian, though.
G'day, mate.
Speaking of Russian, like, how big is the freaking ocean that an American ship and a Russian ship can't not run into each other? At some point, you got to let it
I'm in the
go.
guest
I mean,
house right now.
Well, Rod, if you saw the video of that, you could see I forget what it's called, but the churn behind behind the ship. The Russian ship actually turned towards the American ship.
yeah.
So yeah, it was pulling a fucking chicken type thing.
Yeah, but it's like you got the whole fucking ocean. The whole, I mean, no, I want to be right there. That's where I want to be.
I was there first.
Yeah. But that was kind of crazy. But I just love the part where they showed the two guys from Russia like just sunbathing in the back, like not even realize anything's going on.
What kind of fucking navy is that? Jesus.
What kind of beer is that for, 20?
It's a Devastator double bock. So it says, if you're going to sin big with 8% alcohol by volume and a creamy richness. This brew has developed a serious cult following. Imagine that, a cult following in Utah.
Right? Those crazy
It's an 8% nitrogen brew, so it's not too bad.
You say nitrogen? Oh my God! Off the tent's going to come back with the fury. He loves his nitrogen beers. Look at him. He loves nitrogen.
I had a
Did I hear nitro?
What beer is that? Say you're drinking?
Wasatch Devastator.
Okay. I remember drinking. It was the polygamy.
Hard, baby.
It was polygamy porter. It was out of Utah somewhere, and it was.
I just got that one.
Yeah, bring some home for the wives. Yeah, and it says bring some home for the wives. I was like,
I just
got the poured hard 420.
I just got the barrel aged polygamy porter when I was in Texas.
Nice.
That I brought back.
My front camera shit there.
You see it there.
Thick, rich. Something.
So why are you in the guest house? Did the wife bump you out for the night or what?
No, this is my son's room now.
Okay.
He's 14, see, so he's all independent.
He's a teenager at 14.
Yeah. 14 in Vegas, you can get in some trouble.
Yeah, 8% alcohol.
He's giving out flyers on the.
Is he out there being one of the flappers, passing out the cards to the club?
And you want a good time?
I mean, it could be a good summer job. It could be a good summer job.
Hey, I remember 14.
There's a lot of weird stuff in here, that's for sure. But
what's your name from South Africa? I'm sorry.
What's his name?
420.
420.
Hey, 420. Can you say we have diplomatic immunity?
We've never went to Lethal Weapon, I tell you.
We have diplomatic immunity.
He's going to ask Craig to do some Mr. Bean quotes pretty soon.
That's what the tabby is on the UK, so I try to do my best American accent. So
cool. Let me see here. Well, apparently Redbeard and Nick are getting some type of error trying to connect. So let me try to resend them the link again.
Tell them to open the link in a chat in Hangouts, and it usually works.
I'm jealous. It's 420.
I copy the link and put it into a chat in actual Hangouts, and then it goes through because that's what happens to me now and again.
How you doing? How you doing, Not drinking.
What was that?
I'm doing all right. I'm dealing with it. You know, I'm working a lot. I'm off tonight because I have a lady friend coming over.
Legal cannabis. Oh shit!
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Oh,
Fair enough.
baby.
Wah, wah,
This-
wah, wah.
This is a marijuana product. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
You don't say. Uh-oh.
This would be the perfect time for Redbeard to join right now.
Oh, I just sent him an
Oh!
look at that. Speaking of the devil.
Speaking of the devil, he shall appear.
Red beer is a marijuana product.
You going down?
It's like saying Candyman in the mirror, and then he pops in.
You said it 3 times. You said it 3 times.
He's in.
How you doing, Rapid? You all right?
THC.
I'm all right.
THC.
Cheers, everybody.
What are you drinking, Red?
I'm currently having some Zodiac IPA by Omnipolo. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh, wonderful beer.
What's up, Red?
Very nice.
It's tasty. Cheers, everybody. Woo. Woo. Oh, woo.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm going to a.
I'm going commando tonight.
Oh,
Ooh. In America, that means something different.
I was going to say you too.
Chad's here?
oh,
Nick's here.
Nick did up too.
Full house. We got a full house now. What's happening, Nick, a.k.a. Maxwell Star?
Blackwell Star.
AKA East Coast.
Oh,
Indian.
Not much. Here to drink some beer.
Nick,
What
the
are you,
host
what are you
of
drink-
Beer
what are you
Analysis
drinking there,
101.
brother?
I am just breaking the seal on a can of Trailways Green Double Dry Hop Green Island.
Ooh.
The same one I brought up to the well and piss up there a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Well, then piss up.
So why didn't anybody run a live stream when you guys were getting together? Like everybody's kind of got videos and stuff they're putting together, but nobody ran a live stream.
There was a live stream. It's there.
There was a
live stream.
huge live stream.
I must have missed
But
it.
what,
Is
was,
it
it
under?
was it on Ashley's channel?
Still there.
No, it's
Well,
on a channel called the Well and Piss Up.
Yeah.
I can find
Yeah.
it if
Yeah.
anybody wants it.
Because it was the well and piss up.
Oh, it's a massively long stream, and you get to watch Redbeard break his rib.
You have to understand,
Picks up the
Craig,
chip off the ground.
we're
Yeah.
trendsetters, and then people follow what we do.
You don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. Redbeard breaks his rib at like 5 minutes into the second half of the stream. So
Look what I can do!
My son just came in and told me I look like an inmate.
What, the orange shirt must have gave it away.
Ask him to get a Sharpie and draw a number on your back.
Later on Dateline.
the pocket and everything.
I see. It's more like
Inmate escapes prison.
it's more
and
like a
joins
Cincinnati
chat
Bengal,
online.
which is kind of like an inmate. So
there.
One and the same.
yeah. So-
I've been an inmate before.
So in the UK, what did you guys call the piss up?
Manchester piss up.
They called the well and piss up. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we're gonna change the channel name to the Kent piss up and keep uploading. So every time we go over, we'll change the channel name and then we'll keep adding to it.
Yeah.
And it's true because next year we're gonna have the Chippewa piss up before the Arnold Beer Fest. Right, and I'm hosting it next year, so it should
The
be pretty
shit
cool.
on who piss up?
Chippewa piss up.
Ah, Chippewa.
Yeah, anyway,
Nick, are you trying to put your channel in the chat?
No, that was the Well and
Are you
Piss
trying
Up
to-
channel.
the piss up. That's
Oh,
the-
gotcha.
Piss Up
Okay.
channel.
There you go.
No, I'm not.
You could've-
I like Redbeard and begging for free subs.
You could have put. I'm
Oh.
just saying you could. You could have put a comment next to it. Hey, here's the piss up we went to, or something. Just throw
Well,
a
I figured
link in there.
that it wasn't necessary because of what we were just talking about.
But the people may be confused that are reading the comment.
Not
Yeah, but
begging
that-
for subs or anything, but Rod released recently the YouTuber spotlight that he did, YouTuber spotlight he did on me. So check that out.
I'm sure
that's coming
a
up.
lot.
Isn't it? When's that coming up?
That happened tonight at 9:00 Eastern.
No, it's released. It happened last night.
No, we shot it last night, but it was shown tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. The Red Beer was the first international spotlight.
Wow. International.
And that's super international because that's a year up north.
And now Rod's subscribers are below 1,000.
I did have a fallback, but I'm not going to No, it was good. Red Beer did great. It was a good time. So we did talk. I think it was good. What do you think, Red Beer?
No, I had a great time. It was awesome. And
I
tried to be as well behaved as possible.
Yeah, which is really different because I wasn't expecting to be as well behaved.
He was terrified.
He was too serious.
Afraid of 1,000 subs.
Yeah, he can be surprisingly quiet.
Yeah.
He was nervous.
You said surprisingly?
Chris,
Yeah, I know. But you get on these online hangouts and he's all excited and talking all the time. And he just keeps going and going and going. Like the Energizer Bunny, almost as bad as Joe. But when you get when you hang out with him in person, it's actually not bad. Like he hardly said anything though on the drive down because he was tired, or the drive back because he had a broken rib and he was trying not to cry.
Well, I know in the drive when he had you in the car, he's worried about the brakes too. So.
The brakes were good, man.
The brakes were good. A little too good.
Oh no, not another speed bump.
The brakes on that brakes on the other car behind us weren't as good though.
There was a good long squeal before it happened. Like they were locked up.
Yeah, she totally wasn't paying attention.
The ABS wasn't there probably or something. Yeah.
Well, the question that people want to know, Nick, though, is when you were riding with him, did he stop short on you?
He did what?
Did he stop short?
Hand on kitty.
Oh, come on, Nick. If you don't watch Seinfeld all the way through,
you never heard stop short before hit the brakes and you fall forward, like if it was a girl.
Oh yeah.
Because that's
like no.
You stop a short with me? No.
This is why Nick's jokes struggle. He doesn't know the comedy humor.
Oh my God, Nick! Have you not seen that?
Where's Peter? Get Peter back in the fold.
Seinfeld is like universal comedy because everybody should know the jokes. They should know.
Show about nothing.
Yeah.
What's the deal about nothing? I've seen Seinfeld before. I just haven't watched it in like 15 years.
What's with these black IPAs? Are they black? Are they IPAs? Are they chocolate? Are they cocoa? Are they coffee? What's with these black IPAs?
And welcome, Vanessa. Welcome, Vanessa Kitty.
Chris, you could potentially build a very, very, very specialized, like only appear on stage in a brewery comedy routine on what you're talking about right now. You wouldn't want to go to Yuck Yucks or something and be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
You got like a special market. You look like Bruce Willis, but you talk like Jerry Seinfeld.
I do stand-up comedy, and I have to do stand-up in an actual brewery for anyone to make sense of my jokes.
I got to agree with Chris's comment on not really getting. I don't see Bruce Willis and Chris all that much. I don't know.
There's another underhanded fucking jab at people.
That's fucking Bruce Willis right there. Man.
No, again, I'm not saying like he's
maybe
Bruce Willis is beautiful and Chris is gross. No, again, like
more Michael Chiklis.
Chris is a good-looking guy. Chris is a good-looking guy.
You put him in a rain. You put him in a rain poncho. It's like he's out of Unbreakable. I mean,
I will do a video in me in a rain poncho.
Where was that movie with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans when he was a quarterback or whatever?
Chris, you have to do a video with a rain poncho on, but it's not raining at all. You have like the hose on top of you or something, like up to the roof. And
I'll put a nice filter on it.
That would be fucking so funny, dude. That'd be so good.
But then you gotta start doing.
I'll give you that. If you put the poncho on and kind of cover yourself up and like darken it a bit, then maybe you could be Bruce Willis's stunt double or something. But just seeing you like in full light in person and knowing what Bruce Willis looks like in full light in person, not in person, but. You know what I'm saying? You don't look that much like him, really, in my opinion.
And it's like if you put a bag over your face, you look like Brad Pitt. Same thing.
I might.
Same concept.
Well, Chris, if Chris put a suit on and took the hat off, could he be like Michael Chiklis in the commish?
That's why I said Michael Chiklis. Yeah.
Build that hoagie, motherfucker.
I watched the crap out of that show when I was a kid. I still remember the episode where the guy was doing the lie detector and he had a thumbtack in his fucking shoe to like foil the lie detector.
That doesn't work. Hey, Chris, say yippee, motherfucker.
You know what? I think what you're saying I think they disproved it on MythBusters. Actually, what you're saying there, I believe they may have disproved that on MythBusters.
What on MythBusters?
I'm pretty sure they did
The
disprove that.
thumbtack on the light detector.
Motherfuckers.
Wow.
Thanks for the machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
1997 is the future.
No, it's now I've got a machine. Now I've got a machine gun.
Zed is dead.
You're close, Paul. You're close, Paul.
So, Craig, what are you drinking now? That you
Just finishing up that one.
What's next, Craig? What's next?
Come on, what's on
in
deck?
the fridge?
Not sure. I'll have to go and have a look.
Let's
Maybe
see what's
in
in Craig's fridge today.
I might just go and have a look.
Let's see what's in the fridge today, guys.
So wait, Craig, you've actually updated your background a little bit. Like to your left, like what do you got? T-shirts and stuff there, or
Oh, that side.
yeah, that's your left.
Your other left.
Or it's right, and he flipped the camera. Do we
This is
even know
just a
anyone?
tote bag. This is just a tote bag.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's my local bar that I go to quite regularly.
Because you always want to carry out from the bar, so I mean.
Yeah, just that. That's it, really. Not much
Yeah,
else.
the Hop City was new, I think, since the last time.
Do you wear the apron so you don't spill shit on yourself while you're walking home? That's the whole point. That's
That's
a great
more of
idea.
cape. That's a cape.
He's wearing the apron like the
Oh,
progressive.
it's actually a
lady.
cape. Yeah, you're whapping around like a super fucking hero when you get drunk
Yeah.
and jump off buildings.
Yeah.
I got it.
That's the cape that the king of beer wears.
Yeah, see?
I've got a bib that I use sometimes if I'm feeling a bit rough.
Is your nappy?
Yeah.
What you drinking? A New England style IPA with a lobster beside you?
So it works. Does the job.
Nice.
Welcome back, Earth.
Thank you.
What are you drinking now?
Some Knob Creek small batch.
Ooh.
Hey,
Nice.
you switched over to the whiskey too.
Must
All
be
right, that works.
Saturday.
Now you know it's on.
So what do you
I
guys
just crushed
think?
down a couple pork chops before I.
I knew you probably left to get something to eat when you disappeared.
Yeah.
Were they fried?
And
Were they
out
fried
of your
chicken?
right window, you'll see some shit that you originally fly over.
Were they fried pork chops or were they broiled?
Yep.
Were they fried?
Fried.
Nice.
Shake and bake, baby. Okay, I got to
Some
film
fries.
that.
Some corn, some pork chops.
Oh,
Yeah.
Earth weighs about 165 pounds. I'll tell you right
It's like
now.
a white trash dinner.
Mashed potatoes with gravy?
No, no potatoes.
Too many carbs.
You need the potatoes with gravy to complete it.
Combine
That's fried chicken. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes.
Combine
I
that
mean,
with
without
the whiskey.
potatoes, you could have made a pork chop sandwich and made
And
it.
that's the base that no one knows exists, but it's clearly there. So
Oh shit!
Okay.
We're being invaded.
Yeah, I probably should eat something at some point, but
All right,
yeah,
so
let's be honest.
I gotta cook too.
I switched over to this No Way Goza from Goza. It's a Goza ale brewed with pineapple, lime, and sea salt, aged in tequila barrels from Duclaw Brewing.
Anything goes.
5% alcohol. Anything goes. Yeah, Goza. That's it. Yeah, anything. No, it's actually called No Way Goza.
No
No
way.
way goes.
No Way
Go-
Jose.
Some warm
No Way
Goza
Jose.
down.
I guess that's the play on the words there. No Way Jose. But
It'll goes in any hole.
and it does. And it's good. I like the Gozas. I like this one, but it
Puts
says
the lotion
lime.
in the basket, or else it gets the goza again.
I'm getting all kinds of
You
ramen
went
on this
long on that one.
I actually did find a beer as soon as I saw it. It was just weird. These weird lipstick lips on the front of it, and it said, "Would you drink me? I drink me. I drink me so hard." I was like, "Fine, I'm
Yep.
getting that."
I don't
So
care
put
what it
the
is.
fucking
I want
lotion
the
in the
beer.
basket.
Yeah.
Put the lotion in the basket, lady.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Yes, it does. It gets the hose again.
I got your dog, mister.
Man, isn't that Buffalo Bob put a rum coat up your butt? No, man.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
He always
Tell me,
skins his humps.
tell me again, Clarice, about your father, how he's a coal miner.
Please tell me, did the lamb stop
It's
screaming?
Christian Dior. It's $600. Well, you pay for quality, you know.
Hello, Clarice.
Oh, how the boys must have found you.
Yeah,
Tell me,
sitting there,
Clarice. Have the lambs finally stopped screaming?
a cheap bag.
That is
new
such a
shoes.
classic movie.
What's going on here?
Although right now I'm watching Aliens, which is actually
Aliens
which is funny because like they have the Rotten Tomato score or whatever. Like Alien is like 99, 98% or whatever. Alien is like 99%. Alien 3, 42. Like it just fell off, you know. Sigourney Weaver did not do well in these series. Like
But
what the fuck?
in space, no one can hear you bomb. That kind of thing.
There you go.
Box office.
You watching The Southern Border?
And that's why we have like that John
Aliens,
Travolta. What was that John Travolta movie that was terrible in space?
All of them.
Terrible.
There was
Hey, Redbeard.
Oh, Battlefield Earth or something?
Yeah.
Are you eating macaroni and
Oh,
cheese
yeah.
with
Earth's a star
chopsticks?
character.
I don't know what
One of my
knuckleheads
favorite
made that.
thoughts is that's stupid humans. I use that all the time because you're all fucking weird.
That was made, as Charles Barkley would say. Charles Barkley would say that was made by some knuckleheads. Some knuckleheads made that movie. Bunch of knuckleheads.
Knuckleheads.
Who's got the cat?
Whose cat's not eating right now?
Somebody's got an angry pussy.
I got an angry puss right there.
Angry
Either that-
pussy.
Either that's
Sounds
a cat.
like a newborn.
That's either a cat or some woman in pain.
Wow.
Whatever
He's-
it needs sacrificed.
He's mad because 4420 didn't puff pass.
Pass. Give me that ass.
So he's mad because you're about to start making
The
Chinese
cat's
food.
trying to go out. Apparently, they open the door. The cat's like, open the damn door.
human.
Put the lotion in the
Open the
basket.
fucking door, bro!
Get out. It's coming. I'm prairie dogging.
And
Pass
cat,
the Dutchie, eh?
in cat speak, put the lotion in the basket.
I'm touching fur. Open the door.
That fucking cat is the same.
I'm in my son's room, so it's like a fallout shelter, and yeah.
Well, that's what you need to handle a 14-year-old.
Yeah. 14-year-old in Vegas. Yeah. Don't want him catching anything.
With all the porn.
Is this stocked with potato chips and soda?
Yes.
Potato chips. Oh, yeah.
Head off, guys.
Yeah, this is my son's
Have a good
fridge.
one there, Craig.
Hey, have a good one, Craig. Thanks for
Craig.
See you, Craig.
brother.
Hey, Craig.
Nice to meet everyone. Cheers.
Cheers. Have a great
Cheers.
Sunday.
Cheers.
Oh shit! I got a drink now.
And that is a spot that opened up. If anybody's out there, Joe gave a thumbs up, so I don't know if Joe's going to try to make an appearance or not. Don't know if he's killing anybody tonight.
Probably so.
I don't know if he's showing up because I know Joe's not the talkative type.
Yeah, right?
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Joe's
force
gonna
words
talk
out of that
about
guy.
beer and stuff. Jesus Christ.
I was like, where's
He doesn't
Red
wanna
Beer
read
at? But
comments.
Red Beer's eating right now. That's why he's quiet, too.
Yum, 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 yum.
Bumpy was pissed on like drunk pissed on the last.
Yeah,
one.
Red Beer's eating something.
Why was he pissed for?
No, like pissed, like drunk.
Oh, drunken, just drunk. Yeah. Well, he's on Drunken One's chat, so it could happen. Or
Yeah,
was Drunken
yeah.
One there when he did it?
Yeah,
With Thrash?
yeah, There, Redbeard was there. Yeah.
I have been drunk on Red Beer. Drunk on
I
Sam.
don't know where Drunken was at. I would think he would be out tonight. Let's see.
You might be watching. You might be watching. Oh, what's the other channel?
Eric-
There's somebody else. live
Eric
right
Gilbert said, "Angry pussy makes for a bad night."
Yeah.
Where's
Oh,
that
Vanessa
holder
is a
Eric
hype
Gilbert at, eh?
Vanessa Kitty's drinking a Pirate Rum Reserve.
Nice, kitty.
Nice.
Craft beer pours is on.
Oh,
live
Gilbert's
right
in the chat. Gilbert's drinking a Knob Creek single barrel. Oh no, he said it was way better, but he is drinking. He's in the chat.
Yeah, he's right.
Craft
Barrel
beer
proof.
pours in the house? You say craft beer pours?
No, he's not. He's not in the house. He's live right now too, as well.
Oh, okay.
The one is.
Yeah. He's like one space ahead of me on the feed spot top 30 beer tubers.
Yeah, actually, Drunken One is actually in.
Drunken One doesn't miss a live stream. That's why I was wondering why he didn't pop by yet.
Yeah.
Popeye?
Vanessa Kitty had crinkle cut fries, tenderloins, hamburger.
I'm gonna send a chat hello from your channel right now to Craft Beer Pours right now.
There you go.
Yeah, let's go over there and say hi to him for a second, and then we'll be like we're on broad chat and saying hi.
try to steal some people.
Hi from I'm gonna put right now. Hi from Rajay's.
Do a little raid over there.
Hi from Rajay's live chat.
Just go over there. Everybody go over there and post on it saying hi from Rajay's chat. Good evening from Rajay.
Do a mass invasion.
Jesus Christ! My God,
is a train coming?
I opened up my phone. That's what's happening in that chat right now.
So what did you just eat, Redbeard?
A bowl of cereal. It was good.
Oh, just cereal?
Yeah.
No,
I was thinking in my head you were probably eating ramen or something. I didn't see where you actually ate it, so.
No.
Because this time of night, ramen noodles are pretty popular for people.
If I had some, that might have been my go-to, but I have milk, I have cereal. It worked.
What kind of cereal would you have?
Just say, and they were cornflakes because I was saying like that.
Macaroni and cheese with chopsticks.
Take a little bit of time.
This is the continuation of the other night. Macaroni and cheese with ketchup.
You know what?
No.
Like you say it would take a while, but like Asian people eat fucking rice with chopsticks, so I feel like
Asian people eat dogs. Shut
macaroni would work better. My God, Paul, that was weird.
Fuck off.
Chopsticks aren't that bad. I mean, act like we go to like the hibachi
No, they're
stuff.
fun.
I love salad and everything with
chopsticks. Hell yeah! I even
They're
my
not
daughters
hard to
know how to
use.
use them.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
my one daughter loves sushi. My other daughter doesn't.
I need to eat more. I haven't eaten sushi in a while. Probably should eat some more.
Plan on it.
As far as the health quotient of it, I guess.
Labrador surprise.
I'm off camera because I'm going to make some duck.
Ooh,
duck.
Gilbert said, "Just saying, the potatoes are amazeballs." I have not heard anybody say amazeballs in a while. But there you go.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce and amazeballs.
So
Vanessa
many
Kitty said, angry,
varieties of
chuckling.
potatoes.
Eric Gilbert pouring an Aaron malt to both the 53.2 bourbon and quarter cask involved. At first, he said Aaron malt. I thought when I first read it, it said Aryan malt. I'm like, what?
Did not see that coming.
Hello, this is the purest German malt we have. Things are going to be very good. It's
Let me
very
go.
pure.
So the Aryans are marketing now, you know.
That is the
Eat
restaurant
to see
that
blondest
serves
of
only
malts and
Aryan
put one of
food
those blue-eyed
over there.
Okay, that's too far.
We will make sure we breathe any off flavors out of this beer. They will
So
be
Nick and I went over to Craft Beer Pours and we said hi to everyone from you guys. So
Hey, what's happening, Brandon? Craft Beer Port says, "Cheers, guys. Welcome, brother."
good job.
And welcome, Jeremy. Cheers, brother. And Jeremy, if you went in, let me know. We got a spot open as well.
Nice.
I'll cut a spot if I can't find one.
Paul's making his duck right now.
I'm making my duck so I can fuck.
What?
I thought Chris was about to go a little Bill Cosby about put in there for a second.
Pudding pop. Put the roofies in the drink.
Nope.
Oh. No.
I would like to talk to you about all the roofies and the pudding pops and the jelly.
Talk to you about a thing called date rape.
So what do you guys think about this whole non-alcoholic?
She putting solution in the basket.
There's your answer, Rod.
Is that just the theme of the chat?
What was the
tonight?
question?
We don't have a theme here, Red Beard. Everybody's just
No, it's random out of
random
the blue
on a hangout.
fucking-
It's random.
No, random out of the blue impressions from fucking Silence of the Lambs seems to be the way to go tonight.
Don't forget Die Hard.
If you got an impression, throw it out there.
No, I got nothing.
You got no impression. You got no impressions. There's nobody you do an impression of.
Not really. Not top
Come
of my head.
on, Red Beard. I know you
No,
probably
do that. Do that one that you always do. That loud ass ginger. Do that.
Spot on.
Is that
Was that an impression?
That was. I think that was
Yeah.
called a seizure.
Hey,
No,
Todd.
I can pull off a seizure. You'd be surprised. I
Todd,
scared
you're
people.
all right, Todd? You kind of quiet, brother.
Yeah, I'm here.
Just checking on you. What are you drinking now?
The same thing.
Still?
Yeah.
Get a nipple for that guy.
Sweep.
Well, it's almost gone, but it's like
It's really good.
12%.
Yeah, you want the rest of
It's
it,
kind
yeah.
of thick.
Yeah.
It's kind of thick, so it's not like when you can just.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Wow.
Yeah.
No one saw that one coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but she did.
Drinking
throw it up and knock it out.
beer still.
Oh,
Crazy.
Christopher Walken.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why I don't want to try to do an impression of somebody because I come off as bad as Chris is coming off right now.
But it's not as bad if we know who he's doing. He's doing it
Right,
pretty
right.
well.
Right.
You got mice.
Now everybody's nervous about doing it.
I don't know who I might want to do an impression of to do it properly.
Really,
Well, not sure.
really,
Can you do Shatner? Everybody can do Shatner.
Yeah, that was what I just fucking did.
Something like
Oh, I must have missed it.
Oops.
Can anybody do the same impression
Yeah.
as Red Beard
so
by William
sorry.
Shatner?
That's how bad it was. That's how bad I am. Yeah.
epic failure in life.
There's a cat in the background somewhere also screaming at how bad I was. I heard it.
They're like, I can do a better impression than you.
That cat really wants out. That cat is like, I need to get out of here.
Hey, you know what? I can do a cat.
He is pissed.
I gotta get out of this place.
You got the pterodactyl.
Yeah, that's like.
This is the worst cat video I've ever seen.
and then I get my random like weird growl thing. Like that's fun.
Predator.
Welcome to
I've
welcome
scared
to
the
stupid
living
human crooks.
shit out of people without them before. Like you hide behind something, it's like
Circus.
dark time, and you hide, and they're walking by, and and they
you
run
rape
so fast, it's awesome.
That's a
I
pretty
must
good
go,
one.
Clarice. I'm having
Not,
an old friend
not,
for
not
dinner.
anything like what Paul just said at all.
Rape them.
Eric Gilbert. Yep, Eric Gilbert.
Fly
says-
away, little starling.
Eric
Lance.
Gilbert says the Aaron malt is the Scotch of the Isle of Arran, just to be a know-it-all,
Isle of
sons.
Arran,
Oh, Eric Gilbert.
I like that. Vanessa says
Samus Aran? Like
Vanessa
Metroid?
said what? Vanessa says non-alcoholic, like non-meat hamburgers.
That was bad, Nick. That was bad.
Because
what
they
is
have
with this
hamburgers that are
vegan
doing like
hamburger
non-meat.
bullshit?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck's
You
that?
can't call it a hamburger. There's no meat. It's kind of like the whole almond milk. You can't really call it almond milk if it's not from a cow.
No, you know what?
How
Like,
do you milk an almond?
It's
I
more
said that-
nut juice. It's more nut juice.
Milk from an
Hold
almond.
on a second, wait a minute.
Oh,
Nut juice, that's what she said.
Hold on.
I have yet to try. I have yet to try an Impossible Burger. I still want to try it and see what it's like. I can't see it being as good, but like a lot of people say,
They're pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
But it's
and
not
if
a
they
burger. It's not from
It's
meat, really.
it's not, but it's pretty damn
still a burger.
close.
Exactly. If it's close enough, to be like, season it right, fucking do this and that to it. It's like, yeah.
Why not just call it like a veggie sandwich or something now? I mean, why has it got to be a burger in it? It's not a burger.
Yeah.
It's still a burger.
No, it's not.
Still a burger.
It can't be a burger with no meat.
A veggie burger is still a burger.
They're trying to create a meat.
This is why kids are suffering today.
It's not a hamburger. It's the Impossible
Because the
burger.
burger comes from ham. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
like gluten-free beer. Trying to imitate
It's the same
real
thing I just said, like with the whole almond milk. It's not really, you can't have milk unless you get it from the cow.
Ammon.
Yeah. Ammons.
Again, though, the way they do it and stuff,
it
comes out, it's pretty much milk. It's a milk alternative.
Not
Okay,
milk.
I got two things. Number one,
Nut
almonds
juice
don't have
doesn't sell
nipples.
as well.
And you know
Almonds
what?
don't have
Burger, it's a
nipples.
salad.
You know what, Chris,
And
you're
I've
saying?
looked.
If you take a bunch of almonds and hang them upside down, they look like nipples. Almonds are basically the nipples of the nut hammock.
Now, here's the other thing. The word burger doesn't necessarily mean an animal.
Yeah.
I've never met a four-legged burger in my entire life.
No.
Hamburger,
They call them
beef
hamburgers
burger, doesn't
usually,
matter.
but they don't have ham in them.
So the word burger doesn't mean that it has to be an animal. It could be
I dressed up Amy Burger like a cow before I had sex with her.
There you go.
God.
Is that the
Okay,
So
same
you
thing?
can say
I'll give you
meatless-
points on that, Chris. I'll give you points
You
on
can
that.
say a meatless burger because there's actually no definition of the actual word burger.
That's why
Well,
they
and
call
again,
it
like,
the
we-
Impossible Burger because it's
before-
impossible.
Before that Impossible burger even came along, a whole lot of restaurants out there have got their burger menu, and it's all these like meat ones, and then there's also the vegetarian/vegan burger options that have existed for years before the Impossible Burger came along. So a lot of people are bitching right now about I guess being sold in like the meat section, and that's pissing people off because some people might buy it.
Okay, then
So
move it to
some
the
blind
fucking
people might buy it and not
Produce
realize beforehand. Like,
You say blind people?
Blind pigs.
Because you have to be a moron to not realize that what you're buying is not meat. Like it says on it, it's like very, very distinct. But I guess that's what people are bitching about. I might accidentally buy this and think it's meat. Like really, then you're an idiot.
Fire extinguisher.
Yeah. But the question is, why can vegans take cum shots in the mouth?
It's like the people pissed off about Kona not really being craft beer. Now they're suing.
And Paul had a point.
Yeah, you can't do it.
But let me tell you something. If people are still
Let me tell you something.
But that isn't it that
You should have done a Fire Marshal Bill voice.
See, don't vegans like nut milk? So that's maybe why they take them in the
That's
mouth.
nut milk. There you
Hold
go.
on.
Yeah, busted nut milk.
You can't put nut milk in the carton. It won't sell. Who wants to buy a half gallon nut milk?
If the word burger
I'm
is
not
on
gonna
that
say I've never
box,
had nut milk, but I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Whose cat is screaming in the background?
It's 420s.
420 cat.
20.
He
My
wants a
God.
hit. He wants a hit.
Yeah,
It either
that's
needs
like,
out the
"Hello,
door,
Christ."
food, or water.
That's
He
fucking
won.
hilarious.
God's sakes.
You know what it needs? It needs a 22 round. Shut the fuck up.
No, you know what? That's a bit much, Paul.
Vanessa
What?
Kitty.
No, that's what we
Vanessa
do to
Kitty.
dogs.
Vanessa
Or it
Kitty
likes
says
to
not
be-
Any
juice.
dogs?
Vanessa
That's the
Kitty
dog
says
story.
not juice. LOL.
I got a dog and
Tofu.
a cat. They're both awesome.
She says tofu with flavor is not meat. If you want to eat a salad, eat a salad. Stop trying to say the stuff is meat, which I agree. Not a fan of nut juice, Eric Gilbert, but nut butter, oh yeah. Eh?
You know what? I'll agree the whole keep veggies, keep like a veggie's a veggie, this and that. But if they can make it's something transitional for people who eat a shit ton of meat, if they can make something that's not meat taste pretty much like it. Like I haven't tried one yet. Again, if I try one, it's like to the point where it's like, wow, this is just as tasty as a hamburger. Then yeah, I'm happy to buy that and
We've had a substitute for not eating meat. It's called suicide. I don't understand why. This has been around for a while.
Again, like just the things that you say sometimes, Paul. Like, my
Like,
God.
It is,
Very
she says deep fried cow patties, not burger. But more importantly, why do they make the vegetarian foods to look like meats?
Again, like what I'm saying is to try to
Because they want to trick you.
Well, not to trick you.
Right.
Sometimes maybe, but most times it's like trying to kind of keep it in your. A lot of it's the mind. If you can eat something that looks like what you're eating, when you eat meat, like a vegan chicken wing or something that looks like a wing.
What the fuck?
And it looks the same. But yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
I hear what you're saying.
It's psychological kind of part of it.
It's in the mind.
Eric Gilbert says Gilbert says burgers should be made of four-legged mammals and not vegetable proteins. Vanessa says not necessarily mammals. What about a vegan allergic to nuts?
You know what? A vegan, that person should probably just not be alive anymore.
So can I have an all-meat salad?
Vegan allergic to nuts probably make poor life choices.
Yeah.
Eric Gilbert said lamb burgers are better than beef, which I do like
Sucks to
lamb.
be them.
I'm not gonna lie, I do like a good lamb burger.
A bison burger.
Lamb is good.
Like, you can make like a mix of like pork and beef and a bit of lamb, maybe, or like bison.
Yeah.
You can make like ground meat in general.
Nugent?
There's some fantastic burger options out there if you go to the right place for sure.
Yeah, it's good burger options out there.
Yeah.
And Eric says not a fan of burgers. Again, if you like mix some turkey in with that lamb burger, maybe it's delicious. You don't know. Maybe.
Vanessa says, LOL, transition to plant foods. Why? I enjoy hunting for foods and I slaughter them, etc. Yeah, she hunts and stuff. So I mean,
well, you know what? If you're the kind of
the
kind of person that hunts them and kills them and uses them all, no.
She says, okay, how about I teach you about math class, but not call it math? Yeah.
That's called indoctrination.
Kind of what they're doing now.
What's that new system they got now? They're trying to do Common Core. It's like Common Core. Like, why are you taking all these extra steps? Like, are they that stupid? They can't do it the same way we've been doing it.
That's what I'm doing it right now. My kids, they can't add. They're not allowed to add the two numbers together. They got to break the numbers down into 17 numbers and slowly add them together to make the same fucking number. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's cool.
You're right, Paul. I did that with my daughter a couple of years ago, and it was like 2 + 2. It was like it's 4, and she's doing this all different math. Like, well, that's not how you do it. I'm like, that's how you fucking do it. It's the way it is.
It's like we're slowing down the bus for the slow people.
What are they doing to these kids?
Well, Dad, I want to let you know that you're a fucking retard. Because if this block structure here tells me this is 27 divided by 3 equals 2.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, that math system. And the comments are going a little bit crazy here. Eric, you just ruined the video. Again, Eric, have you tried your lamb burger mixed with fucking turkey? Do you know? Mr.
TQ's in. He says, my food shits on vegan food.
I was going to say, why did we skip over yours?
Again, what I was saying, if you're the kind of person that like hunts and fucking does like hunts and kills and uses everything up from that animal, then good for you.
Yeah.
But like trophy hunters, the kind of people that like, I killed this thing. Yay, picture. Fuck the animal, walk away. Those people can just die in a fire.
It reminds me, Ewart or Vanessa, if you guys went in, let me know and I'll send you the link too. So,
trophy hunting is something that just makes me.
Trophy hunting is a waste. There shouldn't be trophy hunting.
Yes, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Unless you're eating the trophy.
Apparently, I was out of line. Google kicked me out again.
You know what? Unless you're rich enough.
Ever since you were talking about conspiracies earlier, they're watching you. Who's dialing up a thing on an old school phone?
There's so much negativity.
No, that's not me.
Nick is captain of weird sounds at this point.
No, I'm the brewmaster. I'm not making the other
brewmaster away. God damn it!
You're not brewing anything. You're not brewing anything.
He's trying to educate it and bring it to the point where it like comes sentient. Nick wants a friend.
Self-aware.
This is my love.
Gilbert said moose is damn good. Mixed lamb with moose.
Yeah, moose is really good. Elk's really good too.
I like elk. Elk is good.
Moose is. I've had a moose steak one time. It was way too kind of tough and gamey for my liking. But if you take moose,
that could have been the way it was prepared too. If it wasn't prepared,
but I've had moose again. But moose in a pepperette or something.
Yeah.
When it's like, I've had some delicious moose pepperettes.
Like here, deer is really good. Like I love to get a good deer, but some people don't know how to prepare it correctly.
I've had venison roast before, like deer roast before.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't eat the fat. It's fucking tough and gross.
There's not much fat on
Yeah,
here.
see, yeah.
No, there's not. But I'm just saying the gristle is really tough.
Again, like somebody like Paul might be like yum yum, then he just chew that. Like me, if I'm eating a steak or something, and I get like a gross like rubber fucking eraser, like gristly, like that's my appetite.
That's a deal killer right there.
Yeah.
So you're saying Paul works through it, but you're going to quit out early?
I guess so. Yeah. It would be
baby, that's nature's bubble gum.
Yeah, that's. Oh fuck, that's gross.
Vanessa said moose is fine. I harvested my first moose in 1984 in Alaska.
It's always good for that TMJ.
Yeah. Eric Gilbert said, "Burger off, you boob."
Bugger off, you boob.
Booger.
Vanessa said, "Harvest what you take or don't take. If you fish, harvest what you fish or leave the fish alone." Right. If you're going to do it, then take the whole thing or don't do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Gilbert says, "Oh yeah, venison sons." So
I'm making all right now. I'm making my
venison
duck.
sons.
I'm making my duck with a honey raspberry glaze.
Oh, that's good. I haven't had duck in a few years, but I do like duck.
Duck's my favorite poultry for sure.
Duck is really.
Oh
yeah. Duck and goose are fucking.
You guys are
I think my favorite poultry. My favorite poultry is probably Cornish hens.
Is duck poultry or waterfowl?
What? What's waterfowl? What the fuck are you talking about? You know, like weird science. What you talking about? Telephone?
I've never heard duck
AKA
in the poultry
waterbird.
family.
It's still a poultry. It's still waterfowl, but it's still
water chicken.
Water chicken.
You better count your chickens.
The water.
Don't count your chickens before they hatched in the water.
I've never heard it called water. I never heard of waterfowl though, but yeah, it's a poultry.
That's pretty foul.
Well, yeah, I know. Poultry
It wasn't just fowl; it was waterfowl.
Poultry can be defined as domestic
aquatic
fowls,
poultry,
including chickens, turkeys, geese, and ducks, raised for the production of meat or eggs. And the word is also used for the flesh of these birds used as food.
420, you're freaking me out staring like that, son.
No poultry.
In America, that is poultry. In America.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like
so you guys
just,
are getting a free history lesson tonight.
Yeah.
In general, I think Paul. I guess I want to say pretty much everybody thinks like poultry. The first image comes like chicken, and then duck is kind of like, but they're kind of the same, but not the same. You know, like
chicken, turkey, duck. I mean, they're all Cornish hens. They're all poultry.
Yeah, but again, like the duck is the only one. I guess the most of the waterfowl type thing, which I guess just kind of again just changes a bit in my head. I guess more or less.
Welcome to Ron J. BeerVentures, beer reviews, wine reviews, and poultry reviews.
I'm going to be
stay tuned after the show for a 50-question quiz.
In the links down below.
Look, we lost Paul while he was cooking there. So
he's getting his duck.
He's getting his duck on.
We lost him mid-glaze.
He produced too much duck steam for his internet.
We're like, what the duck is going on?
Vanessa says, if you hunt duck in a city, is it still called wild game? I believe it is still wild game. I mean, although we can't hunt in our cities, like I have deer come through my backyard, but you can't shoot the deer when it's in your backyard.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are we going
shoot
downtown?
them under certain conditions?
Yeah, they claimed asylum.
Yeah.
Are we going downtown with a bow and arrow and be like, hey, look down the alleyway, there's a duck?
We're going like I am legend. I am legend. You're talking to a mannequin and you see it pop up, you're going to take the shot.
There was a whole thing here in North Bay several years ago with some people shooting a deer with a bow and arrow and like cleaning and gutting it and everything in like a park here in North Bay. And it was all legal because of where the park was and stuff. But it was like, there were like children and stuff watching as this deer was being like ripped apart.
Was it delicious?
I never tried it.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Oh, these random people in the newspaper. I never hunted them down. Let me try this deer that you killed in the park. Like, why would I do that? What's wrong with you?
They should have lit up a barbecue right beside it. It would be
Yeah.
You're a weird person.
Yeah, grill out some deer.
right. A little venison here and there.
Vanessa said, "Be careful of the cuts of meat you're calling steak." And then she had duck, geese, turkey, chicken as far as being poultry, I believe. And Eric Gilbert said, "Moose makes for a great Brunswick stew." I never had a Brunswick. Is that a Canadian stew as well?
It must be.
Like a poutine? There's like a... Oh, man, I could use a poutine right now.
Oh, poutine would be delicious.
The fries and cheese.
That's a Canadian dish, but we've taken it over in America. I mean, a poutine that's great comfort food.
Oh, come on.
There.
When it comes to you Americans, you add fries, gravy, and cheese
You don't put
together.
that in your stuff up
That's
there?
almost like what?
You don't put stuff up there? Like with fries and everything? What's your poutine like in Canada?
Fries, cheese, curds, and gravy. Usually
That's
beef
what we
gravy.
have here.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
meat.
But I'm like, come on, you Americans. Not like you guys wouldn't love something like that, like cheese and gravy both.
Nick, you love taquitos, and that came from America.
Well, that's a Mexican thing.
Well, we took it from the Mexicans, and now you have it.
Yeah, just like you're taking our poutine.
Yeah, poutine. I've always said a poutine, not poutine. But regardless, it definitely originated in fucking Canada.
Right, it in Canada, right?
It's Quebec.
Like one of our spots here has a braised beef poutine that is freaking awesome.
Well, now like there's places like this. It's called the poutinerie or a poutinery, whatever you want to call it. And it's the places that are opening now that specialize in nothing but all these crazy different flavors. It's like it's a thing of fries, and here's all our toppings. What do you want on there? And here's our gravy / marinara sauce / whatever else. What do you want on top? And like the combinations are kind of endless. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I want some fucking duck on top of it.
Chris just did
some places have that kind of shit.
Puff of smoke, and it was like that old Dave Chappelle skit going into the club with Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy.
I'm
What
a
the
grown
five
ass
fingers
man.
say to the face?
You don't slap a man. I'm a grown ass man.
5 fingers to the face.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
You right, Charlie Murphy.
It wasn't smack. It was slap. You just failed pretty badly.
I just said slap.
Yeah, nobody. You have fucking prison guy over here.
Oh, Red Beer, stop being
prison
Red
guy
Beer's
hit
being
smack.
too correct. Give him some leeway, Red Beer. Give him some leeway.
All right, so talk about that poutine. There's their traditional poutine from Smokes Poutineery.
Wait a minute, that one there?
Yeah.
Son, you can't put a poutine in a box like that.
Yeah, you can, obviously. You can.
Not on ours.
Are you kidding me? Like that's what everybody.
That's what they usually
poutine
get
in.
served in. And then there's veggie poutine, or you can get the pork poutine.
Oh, I want every
You're
single
not hitting
one
that
of
E,
those
son. You
Yeah.
gotta get that poutine. That poutine.
Hogtail poutine, bacon poutine, or you can get it with chicken, jerk chicken, buffalo chicken, butter
Yeah.
chicken.
That is the Big Mac poutine.
chili
Is the best.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jerk chicken.
Like country style poutine, with like basically a roast chicken dinner on the top of it. Steak and beef, all kinds of shit at this place.
Yeah.
So is that all they serve?
Awesome.
Yeah, well, that's all they serve is poutine there, but they
Why
have
do you-
like
with
a
that
million
many
different
options?
varieties of it.
Yeah, with that many options, why do you need to serve anything else?
True.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're
Is there a
they got
vegan one?
there was the
Yes.
vegetarian poutine there, yeah. Probably not vegan.
Well, yeah. Well, the potatoes are already, depending on what they're using for their fryer oil. Potatoes, that's vegan.
There's no way. There's no way you make cheese vegan unless there's like tofu cheese.
Oh no, there is many vegan cheeses out there. They're freaky. I never had one, but they exist for sure.
Yeah.
So they could totally do some kind of vegan shit if they wanted to.
The one they say for vegetarian, they just say it's veggie traditional smokes, veggie gravy, and Quebec cheese curds. So I'm just assuming it's original cheese curds, just the gravy.
Well, yeah, well, vegetarian generally, like vegetarian is you can still eat cheese and stuff, I believe. But
yeah,
vegan,
they'll eat cheese
vegan.
and some will eat fish.
You call that a poutine. Let me show you the American
Vegan
poutine.
is where you're like
American
no
poutine.
cheese,
This
no
is our
fish,
poutine.
no nothing.
Our poutine is pretty damn solid.
That looks weird and
What
scary.
is that?
That is a freaking braised short rib poutine. Poutine.
What the fuck are you showing? That looks horrible. What is that?
That
Ray.
is- what are you looking at?
I'm looking at some of the poutines they have here.
Oh,
They're
Roger,
not.
you need to come up to Canada.
Nah,
Oh my god, dude.
No.
These are some of the different poutines that people make around Cincinnati.
That one
In
looks
different areas.
mildly
That's in
okay,
Georgia,
I guess,
actually.
I would eat that totally.
but did they spray chocolate sauce at the end though? Like, what is that brown sauce? It looks weird.
That's gravy.
It's 1 a.m. food.
Yeah.
It's a bad
That's their gravy? Like, what?
That's
what
gravy
is-
for sure.
The poutine.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks like a mushroom gravy.
That looks like
Don't hate on our poutine.
that looks like somebody ate it and then threw it back up. That looks scary.
See, this is what a proper poutine is supposed to look like. You got like steak cut fries, Quebec cheese curds, and brown gravy.
That's your Canadian one. That's more
Yeah,
healthier,
well, that's
probably.
Nah, it's definitely not healthy.
It's like seasoned fries.
So good.
Damn good.
Go up, Nick. That's a fucking go up on the fucking pictures. Second one in.
Second one right here. That's off of the
Oh, that's
Wikipedia.
fucking poutine right there. All right, there it is.
I don't like it in that little Tupperware
Wikipedia.
type container. I don't like it. I don't like it. You can't put it in a Tupperware container. No, put that shit in
It's
a
gotta
paper.
have
Represented right.
proper Quebec cheese curds that
You
don't
need
melt,
proper dishware.
that
son.
don't melt and
Hashtag
lose their
proper
shape in the
dishware.
fucking gravy.
Rob,
glassware.
you realize a lot of people
Cafeteria.
do takeout type stuff, right? Like, in your eyes, you can't get a poutine to go. Was that your thought right now?
You could, but I would say here in America, we usually at the restaurant we'll take it when we don't
Here in
finish,
America.
but you know,
Oh.
put that to a nice little porcelain plate. You know what I'm saying, son?
You got some rebuttal.
No, I
you got some
don't. I don't
rebuttal
really
in
know what
chat
you're saying.
there.
Put it on a plate, not in the box. Boxes hurts to look
You
at.
guys are crazy.
This isn't a McDonald's of poutines.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
not a McDonald's of poutines. You want to sit there and
Oh,
relax
yeah.
and enjoy
Yeah,
poutine.
that
with nice
look at
brew.
that.
See,
Look at
there you
that.
go.
That's
That's a
gorgeous.
nice one there.
That's a
That's
nice
a good one. Yeah, I got the dish on it. You're looking good.
that's nice too.
Yeah.
You got some rebuttals in the chat there, Rod.
Oh,
I got rebuttals in the
It's
chat.
misadvertising. They're putting the poutine in a Chinese food box.
But right
It's
back.
confusing.
I didn't see where I left off last time. Vanessa said if you hunt duck in the cities, it's still called wild game. Wild duck is the best, Eric said. Wild geese and turkey can be great or very bad. Depends on their diet. Depends on the diet of the poultry or the river fowl or whatever Red Bear said.
Wet bird.
Wet bird. Vanessa says some cities you can hunt in, mine I cannot. So hunting, say rabbit, and killing them and skinning and cleaning them in front of a family campground is not appropriate. I don't know. I guess it depends on what campground you're at. If it's hunting season, because they do have hunting season for that kind of stuff.
It's never okay. in front of a family.
Redbeard is hurt by that, I guess.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
why can't you do it in front of the kids? The kids got to learn.
Oh, not the
The kids got to learn sometime.
Yeah. Vanessa says cheese curds made in the mozzarella placed on pizza. Brunswick stew is East Coast North America. Eric Gilbert says. He says, don't mess with my poutine. Cook a duck and make a gravy from it, Vanessa says. Eric says, fresh cheese curds and gravy on a good fry. Vanessa says, vegan cheese, question mark. Tofu flavored like cheese, question mark. Yeah, that should never happen. You want actual cheese.
I mean, this is how we created Nazis. I mean, come on.
Gilbert said, totally wrong, not poutine.
That is not the right way.
Vanessa says, how's a vegetarian gravy made? Good question. I have no idea. And Eric said, does America make donairs yet? I have no idea what a donair is.
It's a
Donair?
kebab.
Oh, it's like a kebab. It's not.
Yeah, they're good.
Like,
is it a kebab? What is it?
It's kebab. Doners.
Well, we got
Donair,
kebabs. Why can't we just call it a kebab?
Well, because everyone has to be different. Everyone has to have their notoriety.
There you go. There. That's
See,
that's what a donair looks like. You got
Vanessa said, are they using lard for the frying? Some places do use lard in their restaurants still. Vanessa said, I killed and slaughtered rabbits in a number of campgrounds. So
that's what I did with girls too.
Yeah. I mean, the poutine difference is different depending on where you're at. I mean, different countries have different methods. I mean, you know.
That's one thing I do miss is going up to and getting some nice poutine in Canada, because we have it here and it's just not even close to the same thing. Not even close.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like some people think Tex-Mex is really Mexican food, and it's not.
So taquitos actually are American.
It's not Texas food either.
Yeah, it's not. It's
not Tex or Mex.
I actually had a friend I used to work with, and her boyfriend was like, she was actually Latino, and they were going to California to meet her family, and she's like, "Oh, I love Mexican food. I go to Chi-Chi's all the time," and that's like, that is not Mexican food.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a look at what a doner is. It's like seasoned ground beef with like carved off a spit, like a doner would be. And
you know what it looks like? It looks like an gyro.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, a gyro, like that. Yeah. Except for the meat. The meat's different, and the sauce is different.
A gyro?
Yeah, like a gyro.
Or a gyro. Gyro. That's what the Greeks call it here. And they're Greek, and they made it, so I'm going with them. I used to call it gyro in New Jersey.
Yeah, I call them, get the fuck out of my country.
And they got like a sweet sticky sauce.
Speak English.
Sweet sticky sauce on it that's made from like icing sugar and milk, evaporated milk. So it's like.
I didn't tell you the sticky sauce comes from that.
Paul likes sticky white sauce, just like Paul likes.
That's what I was going to say.
Paul's like, I don't even need a sandwich. Just give me a bunch of the sauce. Thank you very much.
Give me the sauce. I'm gonna rub it all over myself in the bathtub.
Lotion in the basket.
Put the lotion on skin.
In the basket.
Just put the fucking dog in the basket.
So what meat do they use for the doner then if it's not lamb?
The doner, it's ground beef, seasons.
Okay.
There used to be like a doner cam on YouTube, but they took it down.
Vanessa says, "Well, I don't call my vegetables meat."
It's called a doner because that's the idiot who created the name for it.
And then Gilbert said, "Cretins on rye is great drunk food too up here." And then Vanessa asked, "What is a cretin?" So, what is a cretin? Creton.
Isn't it cretin?
Cretin? I don't know.
Cretin.
It's apparently a Canadian thing. Anybody?
And it's not creton, it's cretin.
Well, Bueller, what the fuck is it?
Is it crouton right now? Because I don't even know.
We got croutons. But this cretin, what is it? Nobody wants to explain it.
While you guys are thinking about that, I'm drinking from 42 North some fantastic IPA. It's fucking dynamite. Look at
so you're not going to tell us what the cretin is?
Beer.
Dynamite.
Look at this beer. It's fucking so good.
Answer Vanessa's question. What is a cretin?
We're thinking.
You're Canadian. Tell us all.
Did that even have a sticker on it?
The definition, as displayed on Google,
look at this.
A cretin is a stupid person.
That's a cretin.
That's why I said a cretin.
Yeah, again, it is actually pronounced cretin, not cretin. So, yeah, that's the main thing you can take from that, I guess. Yeah.
Well, so we got a lot of cretins in the States. I mean, we have a lot of that happening here.
Cretin.
You invented them.
Todd, what are you drinking?
I like
King Sue.
We just eat some American
Oh, you got a
food.
King Sue there. Nice.
I'm having a dry hop sour called Zephyr from the Sons of Kent Brewery.
How's that one?
Dry hopped and sour.
You're a reviewer. That's the best you can come up with.
Very tasty, very sour.
That is a moo quickie.
Exactly what you'd think of, like in my head when I think of dry hop sour, like nice fruity flavors and still sour and just delicious.
Well, there you go.
I'll give you guys a move quickie.
Do a quickie.
Your beer is good, but
it's a poo quickie.
As quick as you get.
That's me.
You know who would like this beer right now? Earth would love this beer right now.
It better be good. They didn't even have a label on it.
Are you teasing Earth right now?
42 North. It's on there. The label's on there somewhere. So the whole can.
Somewhere.
Chris thinks he's like big enough to have an influencer. He's like, I know what the planet wants. I know what the whole planet should have.
I know. Because you know what? I know what Earth comments on my channel, on my videos, and Lodestone India IPA or India Pale Ale. sitting at 5. It's only fucking 5.6, but it's drinking fucking thick, like a fucking 8%. It's so good.
So anyway,
It's just
apparently a cretin is a leftover pork plate, which Eric was able to answer for Vanessa. So like ground pork. Eric said you need a Quebecer accent, but Eric answered the question. So thank you, Mr. Gilbert, for stepping in. Vanessa says stupid or just ignorant. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. But basically, some type of leftover pork made into a paste is what he told Vanessa. So that is what a cretin is.
Nothing
like
Eric, that's like that.
Get in here.
Thanks for stepping up, Mr. Gilbert.
That's like a cretin or something like that. That wouldn't. That's not. I don't think that's what we were talking about at that point, was it?
We were talking about what a cretin was. That's what we were looking for. Eric answered the question.
But that's the context we're looking for?
We're looking for what food it was. And Gilbert answered.
Okay.
Gilbert knew what it was.
I wasn't looking forward to the context of food. I will admit that I fucked
You're
up.
drunk. You're drunk, Redbeard.
No, I'm intoxicated. I'm not drunk though. But just right now, I'm still able to admit my mistakes.
That's good. That's the first step. That's good.
That's right. First step.
Are you a
bird in hell?
Are you a verb yet, Redbeard? Like, are you redbearding right now?
We're gonna need Eric in for the PSA at some point.
Is that some kind of pork pate? Is that what's going on right now?
Pate.
Pate.
No, pork pate.
Are you guys fans of caviar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was never a big fan of caviar.
I'll take all the seafood all day. Doesn't matter.
Are you guys? Are you one of those guys that like stack up at the crab leg buffet, Chris?
Yes, I am, but not for the oysters though. But crab legs all day. I'm bottomless pit right here. Right here. We're in a buffet with all you can eat crab legs. I don't care about the rest of the buffet. I'm in.
If they're done right, yeah.
So much work.
Crab legs are. You know what? No. If you do them right, just like some pair of good. Yeah.
Dude, there's like some buffets where people get into like fist fights like for the crab legs. It's crazy. Like,
yeah, it's no joke.
When I go shopping over the river from here, I go over and I go to Sam's Club.
Over the river.
I will pick up a 2-pound bag of frozen crab legs for fucking $20 and just go to town all day after I hit the fucking craft beer store.
Hand in hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And the girlfriend's like, "Oh, you're eating crab legs? Good thing I'm at work." I'm like, "Thank God you're at work."
You wasn't invited.
I asked you to pull them out for me. Fucking go to work.
Chris has shells flying everywhere.
Fucking ricochets everywhere.
I agree with Todd though. There's some work you got to put into those things.
Unless you get the technique down to where you can just pull like a nice string out of it.
Yeah.
Usually end up cracking them in half and you end up like digging it all out of there. Like,
That's the problem. See, I've had fucking bags of frozen crab legs that I've had to work on, and some bags are fucking just break them and pull them apart and they come right out. It all depends on how they're cooked before they're frozen.
Is that what it is?
Usually I'm talking about different crabs.
Oh. So dirty. You said dirty.
Just saying.
They're small. They're more like plankton. They're small enough.
Plankton.
So they're back to the cretin and so Eric said a pork plate, which I said there, but he said you basically spread it on rye toast and it's amaze balls.
Yes.
But Eric said that everyone forget about the P-Mill Sons. And I think we talked about the P-Mill last show we had done, but P-Mill, I think we moved past the P-Mill part.
Back bacon.
Yeah.
Canadian
Back bacon.
Not a fan.
Okay.
Hey Eric,
Canadian.
why don't you get in chat, man?
I don't mind it, but I like it to be like I quite often when you order it somewhere, it's served. It's not. I like it. I like it to be like cooked, like almost burnt. So it's like almost like jerky.
Oh,
that is good.
Yeah, I like a little.
What are you talking about?
I need to go refresh my drink. It says Nick was blowing his nose. Chris, you're in charge.
What?
Don't let Redbeard show any Olympics footage to get me shut down.
Oh, the Olympics are playing right now? I don't think so. Nice reference, Rod. You bastard.
Hey, that's on you, man.
You okay there, Nick?
Yeah, I'll live. Remember that time?
Yeah, we were all worried.
Did the brew helper try to kill you or something?
Beer helper?
Beer, whatever the hell you go. Do that guy.
Oh, thanks for showing us the pour neck. We can all see the beer going in there so well. That's the one big downfall of a glass like that, or cup like that, or goblet, whatever you call it. Stein.
Is that a frosty mug?
You can't see through it. So showing the pour is
German Stein, yeah. It's a Kefferlager.
Oh,
yeah.
Das ist gut, ja.
Das ist gut, yes.
Ich kann leben da außen.
Ich liebe
Stein.
Karl Abstein.
Kiefelofen.
Oh, du hast mich. Du hast mich zur Frau.
Ja, Frau.
Du hast mich zur Frau und ich kann nicht so down. Wirst du der Stone Augen.
All right, Rammstein.
I randomly I can sing along to that whole song in German, even though I don't know the lyrics, what they mean quite. What is that beeping sound? Is that you, Nick?
Nope.
What is that?
We're just going to blame that. I mean, the beeping? I heard it, yeah.
What sound?
Okay, I thought maybe my headphones are dying. I'm like, what? No, okay, cool. Not that kind of beep, but let's try.
It's too
That's fucking Nick and his fucking brewmaster right now. What's going on over there?
That's what I mean.
I imagine Paul, have you heard? I imagine you've heard the new Rammstein album.
What's for 420 drink?
Plugging in recipes.
What are you drinking, Paul?
I'm drinking Versace Devastator. Stone.
Double Bach. Bach.
Nice.
Is that the same one, or did you get a new one?
No, I got 2 6-packs.
So you got a few of them.
Bach. It's a Bach.
Yeah, quadruple Bach.
Oh.
It's going Bach to Bach.
Jesus Christ.
Bach to Bach.
Oh shit! I love how you went there.
Bach.
Get in the chopper.
I'll be Bach.
I'll be
Come on,
Bach.
Ernst. You got something better than that. Let's go. Ert's got all the impressions.
I got 0 impressions.
Oh, come on.
Just like I'm right near the beach, man.
Jamaican, Austrian?
It's a bomb in there. Get in the chopper.
Oh, good to see we're not shut down.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah. 420, you good? You kind of quiet, brother.
You just missed it.
I just asked him what he was drinking.
I'm just watching.
Sometimes the safest thing you can do is just watch.
And waiting for my car to charge.
Watch and breathe
I
heavy.
see you let the cat out. Did you let the cat out of the bag?
Ooh,
Is the cat out? Is the cat still in there? Is the cat gone now?
Nah, he's
Killed it and ate it.
He's sleeping on top of the fridge.
He's like, well, fuck, I'm never going to get out of here. I guess I'll go to sleep.
He got the secondhand smoke, so he's good.
He's like, I me out for like an hour. Nobody let me out.
Yeah, he can
Let me out.
He's like, fuck you, I'm going to sleep.
Cheers, Richie Z. Good to have you in, brother. There's like a lot of comments there. Where did you go?
Slacking.
So, how many of you have a PDW on hand? Like, for your house or whatever?
Have a what for the house?
PDW.
What's that?
Like a firearm, so you can protect yourself.
Oh, now. I got Smith & Wesson right here, brother. I'm good to go.
Ah, there we go.
Smith &
What you
Wesson.
got? Smith & Wesson 500?
Yeah, right here. I just dropped my voice and people like, okay. Don't want to mess with you.
I don't want to be too South African. You know, I
thought about getting a gun though. My wife doesn't want any guns in the house. I have no problem with guns myself.
I don't own any guns at all.
Yeah.
I just feel like
you're like in the middle of like a forest.
just the number of guns in the States, and just the amount of gun violence.
Don't let Redbeard talk.
No, yeah, just it all. I'm just saying it all is just a bit insane.
I expected him
Too
to
late.
look exactly.
You don't talk about Redbeard like that.
Sorry, I apologize.
He gets all weird.
What are you saying, Redbeard?
The problem is not guns. The problem is not being able to
Idiots.
shoot them enough.
Well, idiots with guns are a problem.
Exactly.
Like just the number of guns that exist in the States and the amount of gun crime that happens in the States compared to every other civilized nation on the planet. It's like, and they're like, gun control won't stop. Gun control is a thing that needs to kind of happen a little bit.
What
Like
if
that-
you're from a country that doesn't have gun control, where only the criminals have the guns? Yeah.
Where's that?
That's the good
South
stuff.
Africa.
South Africa.
Okay.
You got South Africa, which is violent as shit. You got
Maybe
Australia,
look
which
at
is violent as shit.
Australia, where like Britain even
5 murders a
Well,
day.
people have knives and stuff with it, like, and there is some gun crime, violent crime, but it's not like in the States. The number of it's like almost every day there is something that is considered like a mass shooting. I believe is a shooting where a gun crime where at least 4 people die.
Yeah,
And
four
that
people
happens like every single day in the States. The number
Well,
of
not every
school
day.
shootings.
Not
No,
every day.
almost the wrong
control
It's
That's
almost
'cause
every
nobody's
single
packing.
day, dude. It's scary. It's
Well, no,
it's so
it's not
up
happening
there.
enough because we still have an overpopulation problem.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you that, Paul. Although it's not an overpopulation problem as much as it's just the population is not like the humans are not existing in harmony with the world as we could be. Like we're basically we're basically this giant virus on the planet. It's horrible. We suck. Humans suck.
Well, actually,
They
that's
said it in the
funny thing is
Matrix.
the Earth.
What's up?
What's up,
Nature
Paul?
No,
will always
I'm
find a way to
California,
eliminate.
where
So
they-
Oh, nature
Yeah,
always learned that in
everything.
Jurassic Park too. Nature will always find a way.
yeah, humans are the things that are going to be screwed, but nature
Yeah.
will always exist.
That's what I mean. Like if we were like living like it's like the natives before we came to North America and like imposed all of our whiteness on this continent. Then
I don't have any of that.
no, again, true that.
You probably mean like
Okay.
the five.
Technically,
No, but it's like
Africa.
the way they were living was like all about like
Yes, technically,
like-
Redbeard. Technically speaking, they came over on the Bering Strait land bridge when they were still Neanderthals,
True.
basically, and working
Right.
after that. And
True.
they wiped out at least 30 different species off the face of the planet, and then took 100,000 years to get to the area where they were living.
you know what? Yeah,
in
you know what?
common
You know
law.
what? I'm thinking of what you're saying. I guess they would have been the ones like the woolly mammoth and all that kind of shit.
The
So
short-faced bear.
yeah,
The camels
you know
were
what?
in America. Horses were in
know
America.
what?
They
You know
killed
what?
them all.
Forget everything I said about a minute ago because Paul's right. Yeah, I
Thank you.
completely
Bye-bye.
I completely concede to that. Yeah, touche. You
It's almost like you could have just shut up, Redbeard.
know what?
No, shut up.
Not possible.
You're it's like you just sit back and wait for that
There.
fucking moment. Just an asshole.
It-
The moment to
It was-
strike.
What about
It wasn't my-
Liberia?
This isn't my
Liberia
greatest moment,
is
but I did this
colony.
while I was talking.
Oh.
And
What
well,
happened? What happened?
Is that Paul?
I said this isn't my greatest moment, but I did this while you guys were talking.
Okay.
I-
The whole-
Yeah, that's my
Nice.
deal. Yeah.
Oh,
New
nice.
painting. Yeah, I just
You know
did
what?
a new painting while you guys were talking.
If I that I have a mirror frame thing I did when I was in high school with like that same kind of pattern.
Cool.
With that's a tape that you removed kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that would look like something like that matched up behind that. I mean, that's your skills are impressive, dear Paul.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank
Paul's a
you.
great paint.
I'm still waiting on my painting. Thank you.
And it's
Well, I
like
didn't get. I was gonna bring it too.
if you guys
I
that are watching, if you haven't been to PA Brew News to check out his painting stuff, you should because he does a really good job.
PA
painting.
Brew News is one of the best painters I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
He's fucking fantastic.
Oh, well,
Paul,
the,
are you?
the shit that Paul can produce in a short amount of time, the way it look like I feel like have you figured out a way to get live streaming back, Paul? Yet possibly. Because
once I hit 1,000 subs, I can do it on YouTube again.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because like they removed the whole streaming on mobile shit, but yeah,
there's Periscope and Twitch apparently.
Painting with Paul. Yeah, there you go. Even that. Yes, Facebook. Even you can do it on Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, I can do it on Facebook. And
get on
Instagram,
that shit.
I think has it too.
Because like the Painting with Paul stuff was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
watching you do that live and make these awesome paintings in like a half an hour, 45 minutes. It's astonishing. Like I tip my proverbial hat to you all day long.
I agree.
Like, Rod used to comment a lot when he was AKA working, like getting Rod J deals. I guess that's his work.
I still get back and watch. I've been so busy working and stuff, but I still.
So is that why you haven't done any of the live paintings lately because of the 1,000 sub thing?
Yeah, they fucked me because that's what I was doing.
That sucks. I was wondering. I was going to ask you. I was like, why haven't you done anything for a while?
Yeah, I haven't set up my camera to record it. I need to start doing that again. I need to start doing painting anyway, just because it's fun and I make a little money on the side to do it. So I'm gonna start posting pre-recorded videos. Is
your like little wood painting things that you sell or whatever? They sell pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple that I just did that I sell them for $20 a piece. A lot of people at work buy them, so it's money for the gas tank. So
that's it. That's all you get out of them is $20.
Yeah, I get $20 out of those. I get $40 out of the small paintings, and I get $50 out of the big.
Paul was supposed to come to the bottle share / one of our beer fest this year, but things happened at work, and I had already said, like, yeah, I was hoping you were going to bring some paintings with you, and I wanted to have a few to hang in various spots behind me for my shit to give you random shout-outs now and then. Because,
I'll get you one.
Yeah.
What about the saws? Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, the saws are pretty good. I like doing the saws. I charge, because sometimes I have to buy them, I have to charge more for the saws.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, you can't see it because of the fucking light sucks in here, but that's one of the big buzz saws I did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So the more saws I can find, I like doing them. I thought they'd be really hard, but they're fun.
So did you take any classes or anything to learn to that, or is it just like a natural gifted talent?
Kindergarten once. Yeah. No, I just do it. I watched Bob Ross.
Nice.
I just watched Bob Ross and I just did it. So that's why I say anyone can paint if I can just do it by watching Bob Ross. That's why I wanted to start teaching classes, because people think they can't do it, but if you try, you learn out you can.
There is a Bob Ross channel on Twitch you can find and subscribe to, and it's basically just 24 hours nonstop of Bob Ross painting shit. It's pretty fun.
That's ASMR shit where he's like...
Well, no, he still talks and stuff.
The hippie little tree there. There's a little fence. There's a gate. There's some barbed wire. Hippie little prisoners inside. There's things going on very well.
Some torture here on the background.
Many things.
This is where the gas lines run into the big chamber. When they run into there, and they push the button on there, and then the flames ignite, and that's where we get all of the ash. Yes,
we were trying to be subtle, but he used the gas word.
I went too far. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the CEO and plant manager is German at my work, so they want me to do the accent because I sound a lot like him when I talk, and it's funny. And I say inappropriate things about the oven. And everything is good.
Paul, you say inappropriate things? What?
Well, only when I'm paid to do so. I'm usually a very nice guy.
Paul is the most politically correct individual you'll ever meet in your lives.
My life.
So to Richie Z,
Richie Z.
He said he was doing a couple of bourbon infinity bottles. They asked me if there was such thing as an infinity bottle. I don't have my whiskey game up to speed where it should be, but I just put a link in there, Richie, for you to see that does talk about the infinity bottles and basically how it's become like an obsession. So hopefully that helps out there.
Yeah, I don't have
And
enough
good
to
people-
create an infinity bottle either.
I need to do more of the whiskey stuff, especially being in a whiskey state, but just haven't done it.
Yeah, I was
But-
gonna start doing booze reviews, like actual spirit reviews. I only did one so far.
Don't do booze reviews. You get Dan pissed off. He's got that copyrighted.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Dan? Dan should be here tonight.
Send him a link. Maybe he doesn't know about the chat.
I think he was running around today working like a lot, so I don't even. He might not even be available. But if he's available, yeah, because he's like behind us like 3 hours, so he might be up. Richie said humans are pretty affected, and beer and whiskey is required to square them up. LOL. Vanessa said I own weapons. Yet I never committed crimes with them. I do obtain a lit if foods from them. Oh, I do attain a lot of foods from them. I think I may have messed that up, but anyway.
Well, did you hold the cash register up by hostage and take the food?
Yeah.
That's
Eric
one way to do
Gilbert
it.
says the most subs I get from YouTubers off of Pinterest. Actually, I get subs off of Pinterest for whatever reason. So Richie just subbed to Eric. Didn't know you had a channel. Actually, I don't think Eric really posts anything, does he? So, but it's funny. King Boo in the house. Welcome, King Boo. Says 8 on cast, 8 watching, 9 now. Yeah, so thanks for joining us here. Who was that, 420? Ding dong. 420, you never actually celebrate 420, it seems.
I got too fucked up last time.
Well, there you go.
Celebrates it all year long.
And I get too fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
Just takes that one time.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Well, you got all kinds of stuff out. Is Vegas legalized out there now?
Yeah.
Where you can buy it like so. You probably got all kinds of stuff out there.
Oh, yeah, all kinds of stuff. I got 0.6 milligram 0.6 gram joints. Yeah. So it's a 3-pack, and it's $33. So not too bad with the pop top.
Well, the Canadian guys, you guys got stuff up there now too, as well. So,
and Washington, and
maybe.
as Redbeard dips in, nobody likes a bragger, Redbeard. Redbeard took a little bit. There you go.
As he's, yeah.
Oh, now 420's doing it. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Guys, let's see what's in the fridge, guys. Come on. Yeah. They're having a smoke off right now.
I was just going to say, puff, puff, pass.
Nick's in Canada too, but Nick does not partake, I don't think.
Let's see who's got the best smoke
Like
tricks.
I've never have, but
So is that called a water
No,
cigarette?
now and then. Nick had a fun experience when he was here. My place.
I tried to use your bong and then ended up burning out my throat in the process.
Paul laughs.
It's like that bit at the end. It's like, okay, inhale.
He did the huffing and the puffing, and he burned his throat in.
Little pig let me in.
The pudding puff.
My chinny chin.
What is that one, 420? That's it's like I'm on a Dave Chappelle show right now.
Man.
What? What? No, it's
No, got even under that.
What? I gotta breathe in, man. What?
I'm kind of curious. Richie Z is having a Lagunitas Mazanga Mango Ale. How is that one? Because I'm kind of curious about that. I haven't picked that up yet. So
Yeah, I know. Like, need to release a few different beers.
yeah. I think the
Well,
last Lagunitas
with
I picked up was
Lagunitas-
like the Super Cluster and some of the other stuff.
Yeah, but with them opening that new brewery and getting the extra funding, you'd think they would have. I was expecting them to just launch shit tons of new beers, but they have done a few, but not as many as I thought they would have done.
You talking about the Chicago location?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool brewery. I got a chance to go up there. That was pretty sweet.
You know, speaking of, I was in the other chat earlier. I mentioned here, if you go to the new Minnesota location for Lake of the Woods Brewing that opened up, they're originally from Kenora here in Ontario.
And that's near you, right?
No, 10 or so hours north of me.
Shit. Oh,
Like,
even
way-
further north.
North of
Yeah.
you?
Way north. But yeah, they opened a location in Minnesota. And one of their fermenter tanks has the name Redbeard.
Redbeard.
Ooh. Think you inspired them?
Are you getting royalties for that?
Yeah.
No,
I'd send a cease and desist letter if I was you.
No, never. But no, it totally is like it's named after me. It's awesome.
It's the only brewery owned and ran by polar bears.
So you get stuff named after you like Simon or Real Ale?
There's another Redbeard.
No, just the fermenter tank. But no, but the guy that did it, I was in contact.
Yeah, he got
told
that.
me,
He got that Polish bird. Hi, my name is short asshole fucking Welsh piece of shit.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh,
man. No, that's pretty cool. You get something dedicated there. Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's awesome.
Did they put your logo on it or anything?
That's what I was going to say.
Not yet. It's like very kind of basic right now.
Did they actually name it after you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to send you free beer or it's not worth shit.
Exactly. Case a month minimum.
Prove it. Send me free beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see this tank in action.
You talk a good game, but how do I really know?
Yeah.
Oh, Bad Times at the El Royale. El Royale is on. It's a good movie.
That's a pretty good movie.
So sharing the link to the I don't know who's all in there, Nick.
Nick.
It's like the way I wrote my stuff, Nick, is like Donnie Brasco. Are you willing to vouch for them?
Okay,
if you're not willing to vouch for them.
One of them might be Greg. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
So no. Yeah. All right. No, I won't. That's where we draw the line.
At this point, I doubt Greg would do any harm to the show.
You know what?
Greg unless if he wears that Trump shirt, then he's out.
Oh, yeah.
No, that would be the life chat. Greg is actually. I will vouch for Greg myself. There we go. I will do that.
Oh well, this is a good chance for.
I just did.
Does that really mean anything?
But Redbeard is my channel. It's not your channel.
No, still though. And again, it's up to you. Yeah, see, you're asking someone to vouch.
I'm just messing with you. Greg's always fine.
Yeah.
Greg
wait, well, hold on. Are you actually saying that for real?
Yeah, Greg doesn't bother me.
Greg is
Yeah.
Greg?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Greg acts up more.
Watch
I think
me.
Greg acts up more on your channel than anybody else's, probably.
Greg is actually a fucking if you meet him in person, he's a fucking fantastic, amazing individual. He's kind of like
you
Paul,
are drunk.
Where no, not even a little bit. Well, yeah, no, sorry, yes, I am drunk. Sorry,
Redbeard's to the drunk stage where you're my friend. You're my friend.
Greg's an
You're
awesome
guy.
Greg is a great guy. He is. He's an awesome, fantastic person.
You're my buddy, guy.
Yeah, it is.
I ain't your buddy, guy.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your friend.
Ain't your guy, buddy.
Everybody knows the guy
I
that's been
ain't
to
your
that drunk
friend,
stage.
pal.
Yeah. Give me a smile. Give me a smile. You're my buddy. Yeah, I don't know where Joe is. Joe put a thumbs up in, but he didn't show up.
Maybe he's working.
Got a late night call. He had to go out and kill somebody.
I don't think he wanted to be overwhelmed by the comments.
Sooner or later, Eric Gilbert needs to make an appearance on here. He says, "Smoke your government buds, sons."
Yeah,
So this summer, brothers, it's time for some thirst quenchers, Richie Z.
Eric,
King Blue
just
says,
so you
"Are
know,
you in
I'm on my phone
Minnesota?"
too, so you can get in here.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
excuses.
Gilbert says, "Used to partake in the buds and my Juicy J wraps, but it's been some time." And he's got cognac wraps, baby.
Oh, wow.
And Vanessa Kitty says, "LOL."
Triple X Temptation.
And Vanessa could jump on too. You could spice it up having a woman on the panel.
I thought I was doing that.
Well, you weren't cross-dressing right now.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, you always spice it up.
That counts.
Spicy.
Well, Jay-Z, story of OJ. All right.
Jay-Z, yeah. You like that song?
I love it.
Yeah.
You can't say that word, but you can't say it like 6 million times in that song. So,
So, Richie asked, Rod, what are you and your guests' significant other's favorite beers? Mine always drinks Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, people make bad mistakes.
Well, for the significant others,
That's
what do they
unfortunate.
usually like? My
But it's
wife,
kind of fortunate for you.
my wife usually drinks whip beers, and I got her whip beers and kind of craft lagers now. What about anybody else? Like, what do your wives drink or significant others?
Did you ever drink Bailey's from a shoe?
I've not
From
drinking
a shoe.
Although I'm watching Red Beer
I've been
sleep right
divorced since 2004. So,
now. Red Beer was, were you sleeping or were you just closing your eyes for rest for a
I was
second?
just rest for a second. That was
Yeah, that's what we'll say.
Taking
Yeah.
little snootsy bootsy.
Just snoring a little bit there.
I
So,
don't think
Earth,
so. I don't think
Earth, does your wife have a preference on anything, or Todd? Was Shannon preferring?
Yeah, she. I've been working with her for a while, but I can't really get her to take that bite. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
really?
she's she
you
likes
try-
Coronas.
did you try
and she
hitting her?
drinks ciders.
Corona.
She hates grapefruit, so she doesn't really care for like the West Coast IPAs.
I
Right.
know that. I've had a lot of people say that to me too.
Does she like lagers?
Yeah,
Like
I mean
Corona,
she
you said.
loves Coronas.
I wonder if she'd be like my wife and kick over to maybe like whip beer or something might get her into that.
Actually, I've been talking to a couple of females and stuff that, you know, don't like beer or whatever, but when I talk about like the Jolly Rancher kind of tasting sours and stuff, they perk right the fuck up.
Oh,
maybe
really?
Yeah, I've gave her a couple of sours that were like raspberry or something like that.
They're like, oh,
She was
I'll
kind of
down
into that.
Yeah.
Kind of like the wine-esque type thing, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. What about a Kolsch, Earth? Will she drink those?
No, not really.
No.
Is she
Those
trying
are
to
pretty
like
mild.
She's been
considering.
okay with a couple of the stouts, with the chocolate, but I just can't really get her to bite into it.
Maybe like a golden ale, because that's the easy kick over. Get her at 805 from Firestone.
mainly-
Well, a
It's
lot of
mainly
those
wine,
though,
but
they're
she'll do
boring.
ciders.
You know what I mean? They're easy to get into because they're boring. But if you want something that like grabs them and keeps them there, you want something like a Jolly Rancher sour, kind of like that kind of thing, because it'll keep them there.
Yeah, I was just thinking to get them over the hump, though. Then you can bring any other stuff like that, though.
You gotta wow them, Rod. You gotta
Baby
wow 'em.
steps.
Yeah, you got to show them that one thing that just like, oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how it is.
Show them, Earth. Show them, dog.
Yeah.
that Tracy Chapman song, yo. Give me one reason to stay here. Yeah.
Wake up, Redbeard.
I don't wake up. I just said talking. I'm talking. What the fuck?
Get that macro crap out of my fridge.
Hey.
What about Shannon, Todd? What is she into now? I know she's been trying different stuff.
Yeah, she's she likes some of the like Berliner Weissen type some of the wheats. A few of the
She's further
Kolsch's.
along.
Yeah, a few of the Kolsch's. Yeah, it took her a little bit. And she even likes some of the she doesn't like the base like IPA type things, like your original like IPAs. But she likes some of the like milkshake style IPAs, or whatever, some of the sweet, but had some of the bitterness a little bit more. She'll go for some of those a little bit.
Yeah.
And then stouts, she's kind of iffy on a little bit, depending on some of them she'll like, but as long as it's not barrel aged.
That's the ones I always go for. I can't.
Yeah,
love
same
those
here.
ones.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Actually, the only thing I have left really is barrel aged stuff.
Yeah, same here, Earth.
I don't have no IPAs, no more nothing.
It
regular,
is
really.
funny when you watch somebody drink that one beer that kind of blows them away because they don't expect it. I remember I gave my dad, it was the J.W. Lee's Harvest Ale from 2013, and it was aged in Clavados cast barrels, the apple brandy barrels. and it just tasted like apple brandy and caramel and butterscotch and all these stuff. He's like, "What the hell is this? Is this beer? This is amazing."
What is this? Yeah.
Yeah, he just drank that whole bottle down. I was like, "Yeah, that was supposed to be a share, but whatever. You're my dad. I guess I think you've paid
Thanks
for
for
me
letting
enough."
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Rod, she does love the slushies from 450 North.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. It was hard not to.
Of course, you know, I mean, it's a Berliner Weissen-ish, but I don't really know if it is or not.
Yeah, they're usually Berliner Weiss style, but
yeah,
like we talked before, can we really call it beer?
right.
I still get
it's an alcoholic juice. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what they're in. A lot of them are into it. I talk to people that say they don't like beer. As soon as I mention shit like that, they perk right up.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like I did a beer tasting on my day job. They actually asked us to do a beer tasting there. I was like, what? Like, seriously? Like, bring in beer and have people? Yeah, well, all right, I'll do it. I don't care. Your company.
Sorry. Fuck off, Rod.
Did a beer tasting, and some of the people that were there, like, not expecting the beer to taste the way it is. It was like, there's so many different styles. You don't know what you really like. So, someone that says, like, they don't like beer, it's almost to me like, oh, that's a challenge. Let me find
exactly.
Really, you know, what you really know about beer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So there you go, Richie. Anybody else got anything to comment on that? Vanessa says she rolls cigars, which is nice.
Roll cigars.
I got my big old.
I haven't had a cigar in a while. That'd be a good thing to have tomorrow. Maybe I get a cigar tomorrow.
They got a nice cigar shop. They have a nice cigar shop down in Gettysburg. There's a huge fucking humidors everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to Gettysburg with the kids here in a bit during the summer, so maybe I'll stop in there.
Freaking Gettysburg was the end of my Boy Scout campaign as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I was a Boy Scout for a while. They took us to Gettysburg one winter to camp out there. It was cold as shit, and it's like, nah, this is not going to work going forward. I'm done.
This is bullshit.
Fucking the tent and the little grill thing to make your breakfast in the morning, trying to crack an egg. Yes, well, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Did they actually make you try to eat hardtack and shit? Because that's what people.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't remember now because I was like 12 or 13, but you had to dig a hole if you had to take a shit or something, and it was kind of like,
oh, it's like living in my house.
It was Boy Scout.
Paul said he does that every day. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Sounds like
sometimes, I found a better way. I noticed if you shit in the creek downstream, it just floats away, and then you're good. And it wipes your ass at the same time.
Yeah, you're supposed to be out here doing all. It's like, no, I mean, archery is cool. All the other stuff's kind of cool, but this camping in the winter shit, fuck that. I'm done. I'm out. That's it.
Got to draw a line somewhere.
Do that. I wanted to go up. There's mountains up. Well, not a huge mountain, but a mountain range up my way. I wanted to go up there during the winter with like one of those old canvas tents.
Yeah.
And I want to just camp out in the middle of winter for like a month, and all I want to do is hunt and trap.
For a month?
For a month. By myself, hunt and trap, eat whatever I find. The end.
Why do I feel like you hunt and trap now, though?
I do.
I was going to say, you're supposed to do it in the cold in the mountains somewhere. That's all. That's the only difference.
Up there. I want to do it away from
Every tree around his house probably got rash on it.
I feel like you're already doing that.
Paul's shooting at something.
Look. Red's pulling a. Oh, he's up. He's up. He was almost at last level. He was almost at last level.
I'm stroking my pussy.
It was close.
I got that.
What the hell is you smoking, Red Beard? Jeez.
I'm up the whole time. I'm tired and drunk and high, but I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here petting my cat. Look,
that kush almost got him.
I got a cat. I'm petting my cat. That's all I'm doing.
You walk around high, and the kite starts helping on the back of the Jetta.
Oh, let's see here. Vanessa says stouts and porters. That's her big thing there. Gilbert said, I promised Whiskey thought I'll show up on his first. I'm not showing the first of what, though. Richie says, what's your thoughts on that? I don't know what that is.
That?
Australian oil can. I have many of those. Are you talking about Foster's? I mean, Foster's is just
shit.
Common type beer. I mean, you can pick up at the grocery store or whatever.
It's
I
American.
have
It's
no.
not even
I mean, I have no
Australian.
problem with it. Again, it's another
That's
lager
not
that's
Australia's
kind of.
beer.
No,
not even
it's actually
Australian
by
beer, really.
Americans. Yeah.
Right. It's just like a lager to pick up. I mean, in high school,
mean,
great. In high school, it's a great beer to get a buzz. You get a couple of those oil cans, you're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's good if you want to lube your fist before you punch your girlfriend. I mean, it's good for that. But other than that, I'm not really into it.
We do not condone domestic violence on the channel.
That's why I don't buy Foster's.
Well, apparently, Eric.
Get that old.
Everybody should
kitchen
know
arm
sarcasm by now.
Well, everybody should, but some people just don't get it sometimes.
Nope.
That Paul was a domestic abuser.
That Paul. Yeah.
Apparently, Eric is not probably going to be in it because I just saw in his post he's a little under the weather, laying on the couch watching Ghostly Adventures a couple hours ago. He said that's this Saturday night.
There's a demon in his house.
So hopefully Eric gets better if he ends up watching this. Richie Z says, Rod, have you and your guests ever had a favorite bar you've enjoyed beers and picked up ladies in?
No. It depends on the size of the woman, but when they're passed out, it's easier. I always liked the one.
Or unconscious.
The one that I liked was down in Gettysburg, actually, at the base of the historic Gettysburg Hotel. They had, this is before my beer drinking days. I would drink wine in there, but it was a nice, beautiful old bar, dark, and you would just sit in the corner, and I'd drink wine, and my wife at the time would drink spirits, and we just watched the world go by. But then they revitalized it into this bright, shiny sports bar with the game on bullshit. However, the beer didn't get much better. The beer got much better, and they have Nugget Nectar on tap. So, I mean, it's a give or take. It's a give or take. But I used to love that one. I have a new local one called Filet, where they opened up, where they have great food. They have poutine, but it's not as good as Canadian poutine. But they have 116 taps, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Do you guys
it's pretty good.
Do you guys have Yard House around where you're at too? In America, at least.
Yard House?
Yeah, like we have one in Cincinnati. There's one in Florida. It's a chain. It has like 150 taps. It's like a steakhouse.
No, I don't. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it out here.
It's a pretty good place. And then Chris said he had to go. Chris said he had to go talk soon, so he had to jump off there. Vanessa said, drinking and punching people? Question mark? No, that's just Paul's sarcasm.
Yeah, see, you think I'm joking.
Well, he could be telling the truth, but
yeah, am I? I don't know.
Hey, Gilbert said Maximum Ice is the way for getting ripped and beating mofos. So I don't even know who makes Maximum Ice. Is that like Labatt's?
Maximum Ice?
Yeah, it is Labatt's, Nick.
I'm googling it now.
Is that like Natty Ice?
Want to know?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's like the Canadian version of Natty Ice. There you go. See, Maximum Ice.
Only the finest.
Yep,
7%.
What is that? Like
7% It's only 7% ABV, so it's not like it's crazy.
Is it Labatt?
It's the Labatt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
7% ABV. It's not too heavy.
Not compared to like Natty Ice.
Natty Daddy, baby.
Natty Daddy.
Who's your daddy?
Do we think Red Beer's out right now, or is he still
there? Daddy of the day.
Oh, he's still there. Look at him. He's responding. He's on
barely.
Redbeard's starting to become weak.
All I know is he took the puff of whatever it was he was puffing, and he was been out ever since.
I was gonna say, what the hell is he drinking already?
It's like that next Friday weed. That next Friday weed that Craig hit at his uncle's house. You know, he was out.
I woke up a lot earlier than I normally would have today, and I've been awake and doing stuff. And
because you were on like till like
what?
White in the morning on my channel there last night.
Tired.
Like, get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he doesn't get up till noon.
I'm doing it. I'm tapping out. I gotta go to bed.
Red's gonna tap out. What?
Oh shit!
Cheers. I love you all.
Cheers, Red.
Bye.
Have a good Sunday, brother.
Yeah, good night, Redbeard. More like he's gonna tap out.
I love the fact I was drinking this beer called Varka, the Warka, Warka. It's actually really good. It looked like a cheap old lager, but it tasted almost like a wheat beer. It was clear, but it tasted a little weedy. And I'm sure this is Kronk juice. I love the fact. My favorite thing is there's no ABV on it, but it's literally just called beer. There's nothing signifying what's in this can.
That's like watching an episode on TV and it's like beer is just what they use for the prop.
Yeah, it's Warka beer. That's all you got.
No. Well, Gilbert said, no, Vanessa says she's actually having a Guinness for an extra stout, which I do like that. That's my favorite version of Guinness. Yeah. And then Gilbert said Max Ice comes in a liter, so a couple cans would do you wrong.
Was that the Nigerian one?
Yeah.
Extra stout? Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Vanessa needs to jump on. There's plenty of room now.
Yeah. Yeah, jump on in. I did the at the airport in Jamaica coming back, I ended up having some of the foreign extra when I was there.
Nice.
Richie says, Rod, are there any Canadian brews with a punch? I do like sipping on a bat, so no offense. So, I mean, we got Canadian guys in here. I mean,
so he wants
Nick?
like a macro beer with a punch.
What's that?
He's asking about any Canadian brews that have a little bit
Maximum Ice is an Ontario thing. I don't get it here, so I've never actually had it.
But there's Canadian brews that have a kick, obviously. I mean, he was asking for stronger Canadian brews.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I'll talk to you later, brothers. I'll see
you. All right, Paul.
Later, Paul.
See you, Paul.
See you, Paul. Yeah, Boo said make something like dry ice, which is like, I forget, it's like 7% or some shit. And there's also Molson Triple X. And why am I talking about like Canadian macro, like fucking?
Is there a maximum?
What kind of craft has a punch up there?
Yeah, I mean a craft brew like that Sparkle Puff and all kind of
like a craft. Like craft brew that's got
like the flying. Was it Flying Monkeys or whatever?
Yeah, Sparkle Puff is like 10.
Because I got a barley wine from Canada as well. That was when I was in Dallas. Yeah.
Oh,
hey, Nick, is there a maximum ABV that's allowed in Canada?
No, as far as I know, there's not.
I was just wondering because like Ohio,
Ontario, but
yeah.
But it's
what it used to be in Ohio, Rod? Like 12%.
Ohio used to be like 12 something, but now it's like 25. I think.
Yeah, they raised it. So that's why I was asking. I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of regulation like that.
It's 25
that I know of, but I think Ontario used to have a rule where it was no more than 14 or 15.
Okay.
And now you can go higher.
Would you say yours?
Well, I mean, if it's 25, they could have just went unlimited at that point, you know.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, it went from 12 to 25.
Yeah.
Kentucky was like, I don't know, Kentucky, I think was 25 already or something, but.
So they're limiting utopias at that point.
Yeah.
But you can buy utopias in Ohio, so I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, because I know somebody bought one out of Jungle Gyms, which is in Ohio.
Before they changed the
I think
law?
I think the brewers can't make it. Yeah, I think the brewers can't make it, but if it's sold into the state, I think you might be okay. That might be how it works out. So
interesting.
Yeah, because I remember a thing a few years ago when they were around 12%, where it was like Clown Shoes couldn't send them their stouts because they were, like 13, 14 or whatever.
Jeez.
I don't know how they got around that with the Utopia. I know Utopias was being sold up in Ohio now. But
I don't know. I don't get it.
We don't need beer laws anymore. It's kind of like the whole Bible Belt stuff, the blue law. Like, what? Can't buy beer on Sunday? What kind of shit is that?
Hey, we just started selling beer on Sunday here.
I know, right? When you guys got it in Indiana.
Well, at a liquor store anyway. You could buy it.
That's one thing that's still good about California is we don't have stupid laws like that.
Well,
that is the dumbest.
There's no limit here.
When I was in Dallas,
you still buy it whenever.
When I was in Dallas, right now it's still in the governor's desk, but I think it passed. But if you go to a brewery, you cannot buy beer to take out of the brewery. You have to drink it there. There was no picking up and going from the brewery.
We have a few places like that, but
that's not. But it's not a state law like that. Like that, Texas was a state law still. They're trying to ratify right now.
At any time or just on Sundays?
Just any time. You couldn't buy from the brewery, so it's kind of like get to drink it there.
So you couldn't take a growler or crowler
or even
home.
buy a 6-pack or anything.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So they're fixing it right now. It's about to pass, I believe. But when I was there talking to the guys at Three Nations, we were talking about that.
Yeah, I think I saw an article about that. But
That's
they were
crazy.
saying it was going to pass. It wasn't going to pass until like 2021 or something.
You know,
I don't know.
And then Gilbert said any ice brewed lager will give a kick for Canadian macro. So, guess the Canadian macros are looking at putting a little kick in there with the ice lagers.
Yeah, it's like the BrewDog version.
Yeah. Bad Times at the El Royale. That was really a good movie. That was better than I thought it was going to be.
I had the Firestone lager last night for the first time, and it was actually pretty good.
Firestone getting around for the first time. I just had the 805 earlier today for the first time.
Well, I mean, they've had it. I think they've had it here, but I just have never had it before.
I don't think I've had that one yet.
Our local brewery was doing a tap takeover. Well, they say tap takeover, but it was like five or six different beers from.
Was it their core lineup?
They had the lager. They had they had Parabola.
There you go.
Also,
I need to try that. Yeah.
Which I got that, and that was the first time I had it, and it was fucking awesome.
This is the first time you ever had it?
Yeah. Because we just started getting Firestone 3 or 4 months ago, maybe. But a lot of them, so I don't know, when is that usually released, Earth?
Like April, May.
Okay.
Something
so
like
probably,
that.
Yeah, so that's probably why they just got
I'm usually not able to get it till around like the first or second week of June, but somehow I got it earlier this year.
So one of the main liquor stores I go to, he'll save a lot of the like specialty stuff, especially from them with the Parabola and with some of the other ones that they sell in little boxes or whatever. He'll save them for like Black Friday and do like a raffle where you know just not really a raffle, but a raffle for a chance to buy those things.
So you haven't had Tsukaba or nothing yet, then?
No. Damn,
that's a shame.
Right? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, their barrel program is
phenomenal.
Like one of the best out there.
I've had like the Sticky Monkey.
Yeah.
That's really good. And I've actually got two of the what's the one that they do where they blend like a bunch of shit together and it's like a different.
The anniversary ale.
Yeah, the anniversary one. I've got last year's and I've got 2 years ago and I got last year's. But I haven't tried either one of them yet. But I need to crack them open.
Yeah, those are good.
So I was excited. So yeah, we went to the local brewery, my wife and I, and met a friend of mine there, and I solely just wanted to go there to get the Parabola, and it was like $7 for a 12-ounce pour, which I thought was really cheap.
How much?
That's a pretty good deal.
$7, yeah, for a 12-ounce pour.
And that is cheap. I can buy the bottle for like, I don't know, $10-11.
And the bartender was like, I can't believe we're selling it so cheap. I was like, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking it'd be like an 8-ounce pour, maybe at the most for $7, but
for like $14-15.
Yeah, I was like, jeez.
That's how much I'd end up paying for it.
And then they also see what else did they have? They had the lager, the Parabola, a couple of sours, but I forget the name of them now. I'd have to look it up on tap. I didn't try those, but
their sours are really good too if they're in the barrel program, like the barrel series.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these were or not.
Yeah,
but they'll probably have them. They'll probably be on for a little while.
They're little core beers that you get, like the Union Jacks and the Easy Jacks and stuff like that. Those are okay.
Yeah.
But those are they're whatever. But that, if you get into their barrel program, that's where they shine.
Yeah. Kind of what you get for all.
The sours and the stouts and the barley wines and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Kind of what you get from all distribution. Their base stuff is just
Right,
okay,
right.
but you know.
Yeah, anybody that's distributing their core line, some of it's all right, but that doesn't really define like what they do.
Right.
Right.
Which we just started getting the Toppling Goliath. You know, it's been maybe 6 weeks, 2 months ago now. And like I said, I'm drinking the King Sue tonight, so we're seeing some of their upper echelon type stuff right now. So along with some of their base stuff, so it's been kind of good actually.
Yeah, I need to try some of their stuff too.
And when we're getting it, it's we're getting it fresh. It's not like it's when it shows up at 6 months old or anything.
Yeah, see, they distribute their core stuff out here, like the regular pseudo Sue. I think we had the Mosaic one once, and then we got the what's the one with the volcano on it? That one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of
like
it.
their basic stuff. They've been out here in distribution like a couple times, maybe 3 times, and every time I've tried it, I've been disappointed.
Really?
I don't know if it was age or if it's just that's what it was.
Like even on the pseudo Sue.
Yeah, I've just it's actually frustrated the hell out of me. Not even what they should what I think they should be.
Yeah, so the company I used to work for, our main corporate office was in Iowa, and we had a couple people that lived from Iowa that moved here and worked at our location. And one of the girls, she'd go home to visit, and she'd bring back some. I was like, when you go back, bring me back some Toppling Goliath. So she'd bring back some stuff, and from what I can remember, and it's been several years ago, it doesn't taste much different to me. But when they start hitting mass production, well, not to say mass production, but more distribution, sometimes you do see like a downfall in the taste.
I've kind of chalked it up like that. Like either it's just been in the warehouse too long or something, but I've bought them the 2 or 3 different times going, okay, maybe this time I'll get a fresh one or whatever, and it'll be amazing, but it's been a letdown every single time, 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm getting one that's legit, or if they've all just been.
Or is it a deal where you've heard
out there? Because every time I see you guys checking them in, you guys are rating them high, and it's just am I missing something?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a beer that I don't like. I don't know.
It could be. Well, and I was going to say maybe it's expectations because the hype or whatever is not living up to what you thought it would be. Maybe.
I mean, they're not even
don't believe
they're barely even acceptable.
Damn.
I don't know what the hell's going on here. I'm starting to get mad over this.
Yeah, I kind of wonder.
Paying the money, and then it's a huge letdown. What the hell is this?
I'm actually looking through Facebook right now, and for Gilbert, those damn steaks do look pretty good. So he had a post on about his steaks earlier.
No, but I know they got those big big barrel aged beers and stuff like that. I'll never get my hands on those probably unless I find someone to trade with.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, we probably never see those either.
I have no idea on how good they are.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if you get them again, what the dates are on them, or
Yeah, that's
interesting.
The thing. I don't. Do you remember do they put the dates on the cans? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, the one that's why I just looked. This King Sue that I'm drinking, it's got it just has a Best By date on it. So
I'll
what's the
check
Best By date?
Because I'm
but it's got
they did have a date that was pretty fresh. But
what's the date on it?
So this one actually has a packaging date and a Best By date on it. So it's this one here was packaged on 4/25, but it's Best By 8/23.
There you go, 4 months basically.
And I picked this one up probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So packaged on 4/25, and I picked it up It was still May, so
around May 25.
maybe a month ago. Nah, it's probably only a couple weeks old actually when I picked it up. To be honest with you, because I've had it for a few weeks now, so it's probably less than a month old when it showed up here, which is I thought pretty good.
Yeah,
I've checked in the Pseudo Sue 2 times, and I was pretty mad that last time actually.
Why were you mad?
Yeah.
Because
after paying that kind of money and it just let me down that big.
What'd you pay for it? Do you remember?
What were they? They're probably like, I don't know. They're probably anywhere from like $6 to $10 a can, something like that.
Oh wow, a can?
Yeah.
Damn. I'd be pissed too then.
Right.
Even if it was good, I'd still been pissed at that.
This is it. This is all I got. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, even at like 4 or 5, it's still.
But I think I gave $16 for a 4-pack of the King Sue, which is their double.
Oh, that's not bad. That's like 4 a can though.
Yeah, which is their double IPA of the Pseudo Sue. So. Yeah, so that's not bad.
I don't really think we can get anything here under like $5.50 unless it's just really basic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
see. Well, I think Richie Z had asked, "What is the best available brew this year in your opinion?" I don't have like any. I mean, I'm always in the moment, so I don't even know what the best available beer would be. Like on the video wise, like I just did the review on the Resurgence that Joe sent, and that was like I think a 4.75 or something. But it's like my thing is I never really recall what maybe the best. So nothing really. And like last year, we had to jump out with like the 450 North beer, but most of the time, beers don't jump out enough to give me a best opinion. I don't know if you guys got a favorite beer this year or not.
Favorite beer so far this year?
Yeah.
For me, I'd say one of the. I don't know if it's. It's hard to say like favorite, like you said, but one I would definitely rank like towards the top is the Bambarana from yeah. Did you try that one?
Yeah, that one's really good.
Who was it from?
Oscar Blues and was it Cigar City? No, who was it? It was a collab, wasn't it?
No, it was Cigar City. I think
it was just them only.
It was the collab Oscar Blues and Cigar City, I believe.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, Oscar Blues. Yeah.
I mean, I finally did the barrel aged 1050 this year, finally, and that's a really good beer. But I don't know. I always get that question. It's kind of like I'm always in the moment of what I'm actually looking at. I don't really recall a lot of the other beers after a point.
Yeah, it really is hard to just kind of pinpoint.
Too.
Yeah.
I've had the regular one, but I've never had like the Java or the butter rum or any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. That's always a hard question to answer.
That's always a tough one there. And then Gilbert said it was an LCBO rule that beer couldn't be 12%, couldn't be over 12%, and spirits couldn't be over 43 that sold through the LCBO. The rule was still in use during the LCBO labeling days. So I'm not sure if they still actually do that or not. But and then Eric Gilbert said the Aaron Malt and the Bothy Batch 3. So he's got the beer and the whiskey, I think, going. And Richie says, Rod, does 1,000 subs make any difference on YouTube? And see you now monetized? Are you on Patreon? I do have a Patreon account. I don't really talk about it as much, but I had set it up from when I was doing some of the gaming type stuff before. But to be monetized, I still have to get to the 4,000 hours. I have 1,000 subscribers down, but to get that part of it then. So, but the big thing, we get over 1,000 that I want to get to is because I have the community tab, so now I can share other stuff besides just videos and kind of interact with everybody too. So we'll see what happens, but I always put all the links in the description as well, Richie, so you can always see that stuff there.
So you still have to have 4,000 viewed hours to get the
remonetized again, yeah. Which really sucks because I was actually, when I was monetized before, I was like, I think I'm like at $88 or something. And you need 100 to get a check. So I was about to get a check from YouTube when they made the change on everything. So So now it's a matter of getting to 4,000 hours, which definitely means a little bit more live streaming because that actually builds up rather quickly versus the recordings. So, which
Do you
is
know
fine. I like live streaming. I like the interaction.
Do you know how much that check would have been if you would have made it before they changed it?
Well, I mean, it was just getting to 100, and it was sent you $100, and after that
Oh,
point,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
The funny thing was, I used to be partnered with, I would say, it might be Frontier Marketing, whoever it was, and they would actually pay as you go. So PayPal, your account would get like $2 here, $3 there, whatever they were running the numbers on and stuff. But when they made the change, you couldn't partner up with them either until you were at that level. So it's not like a ton of money's coming in. I mean, you obviously do it for the fun. If money does come in, that's nice as well. I've had companies send me different things for beers up to try, which saves money, from buying beers. So, whatever happens, happens. I'm just
Free beer.
I'm just here for the ride.
Free beer, that's the ultimate Rajay deal.
That's the ultimate deal. So, I mean, I got a fridge out of from New Air. New Air sent me a fridge. So
True, yeah.
That alone was like, okay, that's a capper right there.
That's nice,
exactly, right? So it's like that made it nice. I needed somewhere to put the other beer besides the fridge because wife was not happy with me taking at the bottom row with beers. So there you go. It all worked out well.
Where am I going to put this celery at?
Yeah. So the way right now, I'm ahead of the game in my mind. So.
Do you have that fridge in your room there, Rod? Or do you got it like
no,
downstairs?
it's down in the basement. Yeah, she was not
okay.
going to let me put it up here. She's like, I would never see you if that goes upstairs. So, yeah, no, it's in the basement, which is fine. And
I had that conversation too. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's like
you wouldn't be able to have that next to you anyway. Why not?
Yeah,
I get a fridge up here, and I'm like a deli away from not going anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
Up here carving meat for sandwiches.
Like I just need some meat to be all good.
All I need is a hot plate. I'm good to go. I'll never leave the room. So
the only exercise you do is walk into the fridge in the kitchen.
Yeah. She's like, Rod, you haven't showered in like
you wouldn't get
a month.
Exercise.
Yeah. Plus, to get to work from home, I'm always in this room pretty much. So yeah, my little office space.
Your only exercise would be spinning the chair around to get a beer out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Spin back around to the.
This is the best one-room efficiency ever. Even got separate bathrooms, so we're really good to go.
Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Efficiency.
I appreciate that, Richie. He'd asked him for my PayPal. I think in my description in the video, it has like the link that goes to my account, I believe. But if you would add, always appreciative, but don't feel like you have to do anything there. But I do appreciate, anything along those lines. I'm just here to entertain. That's what I want to do. Eric Gilbert says, making big on the U-Boob cheddar. He said he poured a West Court cast strength blend at 62%. Not for the faint of heart for this juice, sons. So Gilbert's definitely getting his drink on. Vanessa says Uber the deli through a window. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I gotta actually go to the grocery store at some point. We're kind of getting lazy now because we ordered pizza earlier today for lunch. And now we got like DoorDash in our city too. So it's like, oh, I don't feel like going down to a Wendy's. Just order from DoorDash and they come over with your food or Frisch's or whatever it may be. And it's like, this is not a good thing. We need to go actually get stuff and make it ourselves.
Yeah.
Cheaper. This could easily add to expenses.
Haven't seen the sun for days.
Yeah. But tomorrow we're supposed to go out. She wants to go look at getting a new Apple Watch, or I might get an upgrade to a phone. But we got to run around tomorrow. I'm thinking about hitting the Indian buffet because I do like Indian, especially after a night of drinking. Indian buffet just soaks it all up. Yeah.
Like, you've been here 4 hours. You got to go now.
Walk in there with a newspaper. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be here a while. Yeah. Yeah, I probably eat more like healthier. I say healthier, but they got a lot of gravies and stuff. But the Indian restaurant has a lot of less meat type items. So, a lot of vegetable. Like, they got I don't even know what it's called, but the spinach, like Panera or whatever, is like spinach, but it's like in a sauce type thing. So it's not even like spinach. It's just like you just pound that away. You know, you have like the little chicken cubes or whatever it may be. So, but they don't like I put on the jalapenos, the fresh jalapenos with the seeds in them, get an extra spice kick. That's the secret of the jalapenos, having the seeds in.
Seasoned jalapenos.
That gives you the spice with the seeds in there. So,
have you ever had that Ballast Point Indra Canindra curry beer?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Me either.
Never heard of that one?
No.
It's got like that octopus thing on the front.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the best Ballast Point I like is that Manta Ray, but that one does sound interesting. The Manta Ray
is it good, Earth?
IPA.
What's that?
Is it good?
I've never had it either.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's like a curry stout.
You know, Richie says, "I entertain, brother. No worries." Well, thank you. It's all about fun and entertainment, and that's all I try to do on this channel. You know, hopefully teaching people about beer, but doing it in an entertaining way and have fun with it. So appreciate that, my friend.
Did y'all see the Lagunitas Born Again yesterday? Rebranded, I think, under a different name now.
No, I didn't see that.
I can't remember what the name of it was, but I was seeing it on online yesterday, like on some of the Facebook groups, and they were showing pictures, and they were saying that they rebranded the beer, and it's not Born Again yesterday. So I don't know if it's something they're bringing out on a regular basis now. Or
maybe
what?
What a regular rotation, maybe.
Maybe.
It's probably that phase change.
Yes, that's it. That's the name of it.
Well, they're doing that
phase
Newcastle.
change, yeah.
They're doing that
on the
Newcastle
label,
Brown
it
Ale
talks
too.
about something about that.
So is that what that was, though? Was that the Born Again yesterday? Do you know?
I think has some sort of like variation of it or something.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is then. I just saw something big deal about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, phase change." That's what it was, and they were like, "Why do they?
Yeah.
You know, what's the difference in it, and why they call it that or whatever?" But and people are just
I
like,
remember. I just had it the other day. I remember reading the little script around the label.
"So does it taste like the Born Again yesterday? Do you know, or do you remember, or not really, or
no? I don't agree with it. I think it's kind of close, but it's definitely not that.
Okay.
You know, it definitely has a pretty good hop characteristic, but I don't think it comes close to, you know, what the Born Yesterday is.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe it's a completely different,
or I don't know what's going on with it, but
so it could be a completely just different beer total then.
Yeah, I think they changed something, you know, in the process, but
yeah, whether it's the hop or
it's
like
definitely.
I said,
I think it's definitely one of the better standard offerings they got as far as, you know, hoppiness.
So worth picking up then.
But yeah, I think it's worth picking up. It's a decent brew. But
most of their stuff to me is, you know, worth getting, even their standard base stuff.
Yeah. No, my opinion is I think I actually think it's a little hoppier than their IPA. It's more pleasant. It's got like a better like bouquet of aromas and stuff and flavors, but I don't think it's quite to the Born Yesterday area. So it's like just below that somewhere.
Okay. I'll have to look for it.
Definitely not bad. It's not going to blow you away or anything, but
yeah.
Definitely a good beer to drink.
Richie had asked if I had the Kingfisher Indian beer. I have at the Indian buffet, actually. I don't know if you guys have had the Kingfisher Indian lager, which actually isn't a bad lager either.
I have not.
Yeah. And they actually give it to you at the Indian buffet where I get it as like I don't know if it's a 22 ounce bottle, it's a big bottle of it. So it's actually pretty decent.
Who's that by?
Kingfisher is the Indian brewery. I think Kingfisher is the name of the brewery, and I think the beer is just a lager.
Which probably goes pretty good with Indian food, I would assume.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely goes good with that. He said Eric Gilbert said he celebrated with a drink that I got a Facebook like from Richard Steele today. Master Distiller of Foursquare Rum, LOL. Who can say that? SOS, just messing around, sons. So he's actually drinking a Foursquare Rum. And Richie asked, any thoughts on Anchor Steam, local area Bay Brew? I actually like Anchor Steam. I mean, Anchor Steam is like the only one technically that can use the steam beer patent. You know, they created it and everything. So
that's the old California Common, I believe.
Exactly. And it's pretty decent beer too. I mean, actually at our Indian restaurant again, that's one of the beers they serve, and that actually goes well with the Indian food too. So I do enjoy that one as well.
I had their coffee porter probably a little over a year ago. I was pretty impressed with that.
Yeah.
They had a pretty good amount of coffee in that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, they have some pretty good stuff there. Let's see here. But I got so many more beers I got to go through still. It's kind of crazy.
There's been a lot of stuff I haven't checked in like since before Untapped.
Yeah.
I just never checked them in because I got Untapped later and decided I wasn't going to check it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how much do you guys do
again,
Untapped? Like, I do Untapped. Usually I check in beers and stuff, but sometimes I wonder, like, do I want to keep doing it as much as I do it? I mean, I like to track the beers I'm actually drinking, but at some points it's kind of like, I almost feel like it's addicting to fill something in when you're drinking a beer.
I think it's good because every once in a while you'll look back on something that you forgot. If you got some random note on it or something that you forgot, it's good for that because it's got that data on it. But I don't know, in the moment, it's kind of like you just want to like drink and forget about taking a picture or something. You know, it's kind of that part sucks, but
yeah.
Or
I don't usually worry about the picture as much. So I usually will put stuff in, but the picture thing is kind of secondary for me.
Yeah, same here.
I'll usually do a picture if it's the first time having it, and then if I have repeats, then I won't put a picture. But that way, there's a reference there. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll come across some stuff, and it's just like, no, I never had that. Oh, wait, I have had that.
I have, yeah.
Or vice versa, you know what I mean?
And that's what I like about it is just a way to remember. Unless you're like Joe and you can remember like every beer you ever had.
Yeah, it keeps a log
Joe's
on
like
everything.
kind of crazy like that. So, well, it's kind of funny. I actually just picked up a beer, and I did a review on it the other day. Which one was it? It was the one of the Dragon's Milk S'mores, I think it was. And it was like, I didn't realize I was like, shit, I did a review of this already. I wasted time doing another review when a beer I already reviewed. So it's kind of like, do I upload it now as a revisit? Because I'm not a huge fan of revisits. I'm like, there's too many beers to be revisited and stuff. But at the same point, I made a video about checking out the 2018 version, and I did it in 2017. So, but I see people do revisits of like Miller Lite or Bud or something. Like, why would you revisit those beers?
Yeah,
that
ain't
don't
changing
change at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
Like,
a
yep,
small
this
batch,
is-
I can understand.
Yeah.
But,
Like, yep, this tastes the same as I had it 25 years ago.
Yeah, you look at the craft beers. Yeah, they change them up. They might be adding something different or just the different batches. There might be a difference in there, but your macros are always the same. So it's like, why would you revisit those beers? Let people do it. I guess they're trying to get the V's and stuff.
Possibly.
Yeah, who knows? Everybody's got their vision or whatever.
Yeah. Richie asked if I was near New Riff. Yes, New Riff is, and that's a bourbon distillery. They are about 15 minutes from me. They're actually the same spot where J.O. is at Party Source Reviews. They're pretty much adjacent to it, so they are pretty close. And in fact, I need to check out some of the New Riff whiskeys at some point. I know J.O. has done on his channel, and they got some pretty good stuff from what I've heard. So,
Yeah, somebody local here was running a special the other night on New Riff pours or shots or whatever.
Well, they
I
used
keep
to
hearing
own.
about you guys talking about that.
Yeah, New Riff is like one of the. They used to own 8 Ball Brewing. They're kind of one of the newer whiskey distilleries, but they cut 8 Ball because it was going to cost them pretty much like $20 million or so to keep them rolling, or go straight with the whiskey. So they got rid of the brewery, which is why we have Braxton Labs now at where JO is, which used to be the 8 Ball Brewery, and then they kind of focus on whiskey now. So,
is that where 8 Ball was? Is that
yeah,
in that same
Party
spot?
Source, yeah, Party Source,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. I never knew that.
With Braxton, it's getting just crazy. They're almost like 450 North. Like every couple of weeks, a new release, a new release, a new release. It's like, dude, there's like just too many new releases right now.
Yeah, and that's what Listerman's doing too. There also.
Yeah. They'll make one beer and they'll make like 4 variants of it.
Yeah.
And it's like you went all 4 of them.
And you know, I mean, in a sense, it's like they're kind of smart for doing that because everybody just goes nuts for those special release type things, you know.
Yeah.
Like 450 North. I mean, let's see, they're having another release in 2 weeks, I think, and it's going to be an 8-can release, and 7 of the 8 they've never put out before.
Yeah. I should drive down to whatever. I got to
Are you
think
hitting
about
that one
standing
up,
in
Todd?
lines.
I don't know. I have to look at the schedule and see.
I should drive down someday if I get that Friday off, so I could drive down and be there with you because you're not that far from me. So
yeah, because I mean they do it on Friday, so I always have to take a vacation day if I do that. But I will get back down there again. Well, this last one they just did, they had 8 cans, and people were lining up, which I sent Rod and Eric and Joe a picture or a message on our little chat that we have, message board, and people were lining up like 13 hours beforehand. Well, they sold out of like 3, only sold out of 3 of the 8 cans. So they still had like 5 cans available after everybody done went through the line, even that night. Now, by the end of Friday night, they only had 2 of the beers left for Saturday that you could just go to the brewery and pick up. But so I don't know if it was, you know, if they're just kind of over expanding too much. What the case is, I'm not sure. But anyway,
I'd still like to get some of those slushies or whatever.
Next time I go, Earth, though, I'll get you some for sure and get some out to you also.
That blackberry jam slushy was the bomb.
If they can keep that consistency with, you know, how you guys remember them for a minute.
Yeah,
I'd like to try them before they start fading off.
Yeah, I don't know if they will. Well, I mean, I guess they could. They're actually expanding.
So focused on that though. It's like kind of
They're actually expanding their brewery. So I'm thinking they're going to have bigger stills or vats or whatever to make maybe more production of it.
That's what I'm saying. You better get them now before the expansion, because that's
I don't know that it's going to go down, but they may just have more offering can wise for everybody. So, but it could. You're right. It could very well go down too. So,
yeah, because once they expand, it's not just a simple multiplication of the recipe. They got to figure out the system to get it back dialed in. So,
right.
It usually takes some time to get that figured out.
Yeah.
But Rod, you ought to come down for sure for their beer fest that they do in October.
Yeah, I should try to see what I got going on. So I definitely try to get down for that. Is that the one with the maize?
Yeah, the corn. Yeah. They do it in a cornfield. Yeah, corn maize beer fest.
I'm trying to debate if I'm going to go to Fresh Fest here in August. I'm still trying to work on that.
So we're thinking about going, and if we go, we'll probably do the VIP, which you get like I think it's 2 4-packs of 2 different beers that they just brew just specifically for this beer fest.
Yeah.
So that in itself is worth the additional cost of what you'd pay for the VIP. Plus you get in like an hour and a half earlier.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure if you need 5.5 hours of beer drinking, but.
Let me see here. Richie asks if there's any Rod J merch available yet. So the link I posted in the comments goes to the store. I just did a couple of T-shirts out there right now, but those are out there, Richie, if you want to check that out. He said he got to try, Eric Gilbert said he got to try New Riff. When your first is BIB release, you get my attention. So you got a chance to enjoy that. Right now it's just the t-shirts. Richie was asking me, and then hey, James is in the house. JT Davis said we make ice cream floats with Lindemann's Framboise Lambic. That sounds pretty good. Hey, James, by the way, hopefully my wife usually goes to Chicago each year for work, so hopefully I'll get back up there. We can grab some beers and stuff if we do. He says, yes, I do need 5.5 hours of beer drinking. Thank you.
I like the way he thinks.
I agree.
Yeah. Gilbert said some breweries figure out the expansion right away. And then James said hi. So, yeah. I got a chance to hang out with James when we were up there last time in Chicago last year. We had some good times talking over at, I think we were at Miller's Pub. Yeah. And then we were eating and drinking and talking some beer stuff. But,
so what do you think of the new riff? Did he say, Eric?
I think Gilbert liked it. I believe. If not, let me know. But I think Eric definitely liked it. And James says definitely we'll have to hit some tap rooms. Yeah, I'm trying to find out what her schedule is. But usually each year, she has a Chicago trip coming up. Although she is highly opposed to going to Chicago in January. Can't really blame her there. Cold as
right.
snow and all stuff. Yeah, but I'll let you know when we're back up there for sure.
I'm sliding off the runways and shit.
He said he wants to get me out of the loop. So, yeah. So, last time I was there with Lagunitas, I went to, but James had other places to go to, so many other breweries. Yeah, so we'll try to get that connected. I'm back up there in the fall and then reach out to some of those guys like Revolution, all of them, too. This whiskey's pretty smooth, though. So I don't know, the weather lately is different. Yeah, one of the guys I work with, he was in Chicago, and he was talking about how good the weather was, and then about a month ago, then they got tore up with some bad weather. So, yeah, I think all the weather patterns are shifting across the U.S. at this point.
What are you guys at temperature-wise right now?
Right now here, we're like 70s. Well, at nighttime, we're down to like high 60s, so... But we have like a lot of rain. We've had tornado warnings like the last few weeks. Just different things kind of popping off with rain and everything. And I don't know, Todd, if you're getting the same thing down there, not because you're not that far from me.
It's been raining here off and on since about Thursday. But we're probably about 81 degrees or so here today, I think it was.
We're supposed to get some more rain tomorrow as well, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I think we got rain called for tomorrow, Monday, and then I think Tuesday was like 0%, and then I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is supposed to maybe rain again.
Yeah.
It's like feels like we're in Portland or something.
I wish I was over there.
Well, I have one of my friends that I work with in Washington. Last year, he told me like they looked at the year previous for the rain, and they said we actually got more rain per capita in Cincinnati than they got actually out there in Seattle where he was.
Really?
But everybody thinks of Seattle getting all the rain. So.
Right, yeah.
Gilbert says he hasn't tried the new riff, but needs to badly. He needs to do a Kentucky trip. Dude, if you come down to Kentucky, let me know. I will get you hooked up around here, so we'll have some fun for sure. James says the weather is just a Chinese hoax. Smiley face. And he said he went to the F1 festival today. He saw some fast cars. Yeah, so...
He must be in Canada.
No, James is Chicago. So
Chicago?
They blocked the streets off and stuff, I'm sure, for the F1 things up there. Because they run those F1 races through like major cities and they'll section it all off and everything, which I've driven in Chicago and that must suck for traffic if they blocked off those streets for that race. So
because they have there's an event this weekend in Canada. Formula One.
Let's see what over to Canada. I mean, right, Chicago, the people do jump over there.
He said Chicago, so they must have some little separate thing going on.
As you watch A Risky Business right now, man, I feel old watching that movie. I always thought, like, if you were to make a sequel, they should have made a sequel to Risky Business to see what happened to Joel later on. But it's a funny movie, good movie.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I haven't seen that one in ages.
If you can't say it, you can't do it. Became a motto in life. His little buddy.
What station is that on? Are you watching it now?
Showtime, yeah. Which I need to watch. You got Showtime?
No.
I need to watch. I need to watch the Wu-Tang thing they got on there as well. They got a Wu-Tang series on based on like the whole thing with the group and everything and how they
really?
built the Wu-Tang Clan and people are saying it's really good. Yeah, so I need to watch that at some point here.
Like a docuseries or something?
Yeah, it's like a docuseries. It was interesting. There's actually a video you can watch on YouTube, and it's talking about the Wu-Tang Clan and with RZA. RZA's actually the one that designed the Wu-Tang Clan. And he talks about how he got all 9 of them together. None of them really were connected before they got them together. And so basically he went out and pitched each of the guys about joining the Wu-Tang Clan and how each of them will be able to come in, be part of a group, but at the same point be individual, how they would have their own individual contracts and how they would set it up and handle distribution. All this. It's really a mind-blowing type thing on how he actually set everything up and how it worked for them. But if you're on YouTube and you check out, like, I don't know what the name of the series is, but it's the Wu-Tang Clan. If you search for it, you probably see it with RZA, but just had a great forethought on how to actually handle the group and how it all came together. You would think, like, when you hear them, they all, like, grew up together and stuff, and it wasn't the case.
Huh.
And that was actually when I was back in college in 92, when we went to the first, like, Source thing when I was a radio DJ. Wu-Tang was actually one of the groups there. That's when they performed, like, Brooklyn Zoo when we were there. And it was just, like, crazy. And, like, when they came out, like, the crowd just was amazed at how good they actually had the energy. Yeah. Tupac was there, too, which is, like, freaking, I don't know, 4'10" or whatever. Like, see these short guys walking around with, like, Thug Life on their shirts, and it's like, who the hell are you thugging? You know, you're like 4'10", you know, taking out people's
It's always the little one.
It's like Kneecap Life or something, you know, like. And then Tribe Called Quest was there, Super Cat was there. So I met Biz Markie, who was like big and wide. I mean, he's just like a big dude, like. And then it was funny, we were interviewing Busta Rhymes, who was like high as shit when we were interviewing him. And then we were interviewing Coogee Rat, who had like a bottle of Kessler's hanging out of his back pocket while he was smoking a blunt when we were interviewing him. It was a fun time back then.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like we met all these people that were there. I was sitting there talking to Shock G, Digital Underground, and stuff like that. He's talking about a condo he's trying to sell out in California. I'm like, dude, I'm like a college student. I don't have anything for a condo. Why are you telling me?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Talking to the wrong person.
Dougie Fresh was there. Like, we were at one of the things with Dougie Fresh, and he was emceeing for a DJ battle. And everybody was wanting Dougie Fresh to beatbox, and he didn't want to do it at first. And then they kept pressuring him and stuff like that. So he finally went ahead because he was trying to keep the spotlight on the DJs that were competing. But dude, he beatboxed, and like to see him live do it, you were like, I cannot believe he's making all those voices with his mouth right now. But fun time.
Yeah, he was crazy good.
Yeah, it was a fun time in college back then. Yeah, that was. But then it was like there was no money in DJing really. So then I went to the financial world and didn't make a lot, but made enough. Enough to get by.
I don't think there is still. You just got to be.
Well, let's get kicked out.
I guess.
I flipped on MTV the other night. Like Pauly D is apparently raking it in from Jersey Shore, but yeah, you got to be like, you know, you look at it, it's like going to the NFL or the NBA or baseball. It's a high number that are competing. Only a small number actually make it and stuff. So
yeah.
But it was still a good time. It was a blast just doing that stuff, you know.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Past life,
the same now.
Previous chapter. Let me see here.
What was your DJ name again?
I was Big Money back then.
Big Money.
Yeah, one of the
DJ Raw Deal.
Yeah.
one of the football players, he actually always saw me working, so he started calling me Big Money because I was always like basically chasing a dollar or whatever, and then it kind of stuck and people started calling me Big Money from it, so kind of went with it and stuff.
DJ Rod Deal.
DJ Rod J.
But those are my early Rod J deals because back then when I was DJing, I was also at our university newspaper. I was I ended up selling advertising and running the ad department, but I was also a feature writer for music. So I never had to buy music in college. Because when I was DJing, we would contact a radio station when we needed the newest records, and they would just send records to us, and each of us, they would send like 5 or 6, but we take a few, and then we leave the rest at the station. Or when I was doing a feature writing, the studios would send me the music to listen to so I can do the story about them, and then I would keep the tape or CD or whatever. So those were the early Rod J deals back then. I was getting free music left and right.
That was the prequel.
Yeah.
LPs on the low.
This is back when people actually sang. Nowadays, I don't even know what the hell they do on some of the songs and stuff. Although, I will say, I've kind of gotten hooked watching the NBA Finals and this whole little Nas X or whatever, because they keep playing his song and stuff on the commercials for the NBA Finals. That's got a nice little hook to it. The little country song he has.
And the one with Billy Ray Cyrus?
Yeah, with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, I do kind of like that one too.
Yeah, I got kind of little hooks. I find myself singing a little bit too when a commercial comes on. It's like, what the hell?
I only know about it because he was on the news like a couple weeks ago.
About the Wrangler jeans and stuff?
Yeah, he went to that school.
But no, it's actually a pretty catchy tune and stuff. So, which I went to school in West Virginia, so listening to country was nothing new. I mean, but it was pretty catchy.
But is he doing purely just country?
Yeah, he's pretty much doing just country type stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
He's rapping country from what I've seen. So yeah. Oh, so James said they're running an F1 around Soldier Field, which is a good area to actually do it there. Gilbert said finally warmed up in Ontario, but still under flood warnings till Tuesday. That sucks. We got flood warnings here in the U.S. as well. Actually, down in South Kentucky, maybe where Todd is, even in Indiana. I know they've been doing some flood warnings.
In certain areas they have.
And then James said, yes, Grant, Canadian Grand Prix is in Montreal. Richard said, great live, Rod, Todd, and friends. So that's friends, yeah. We had a bunch of friends, but Earth is here now tonight, too. So, Rod, are you a Game of Thrones fan? Rewatching the series, catching up? I've never got into Game of Thrones. My wife watched it all the way to the end. She was actually amazed I didn't watch it at all because she knows I like a lot of stuff. I never got into it. I felt like I think of some of the Sunday nights when it came out, it was during Sunday Night Football when I was watching. So I never followed along.
Did your wife ever say anything about the ending? Was she mad or okay with it?
She kind of accepted it, but I don't think she was as happy about it and everything.
You see how all the people that were trying to petition to get them to redo the final season? I'm like, really?
Well, even George Martin came out complaining about it too. So
I mean, it was like one good.
It was lackluster, but
yeah, I agree. It was like one good episode out of the 6, and I was like, man, so disappointing.
They said the 3 writers that work on that are working on the new Star Wars movies as well. So it might have been kind of a rush job to get that out of the way so they can focus on the other stuff.
Well, I hope so, because if the Star Wars is any indication of what it's going to be like from those guys, don't waste any money.
Yeah. Gilbert said he had to hit up the Peerless Distillery. Need a trip soon. James said he was a DJ once, just in the neighborhood bar. Fun job, the great memories. Yeah, it's fun when you're actually a DJ. In fact, it was funny. I went back to Morgantown 3 or 4 years ago, and we went to one of the bars, and it was actually a bar ran by one of the football players, and my buddy was with me, and we were talking to the DJ that was there. Nobody was dancing or like that and everything. He's like, oh, my friend here, he used to be a DJ back in the day in U92 and all kind of stuff. And the guy was like, oh, you want to DJ for a bit? And I'm like, it's been years, but I'll see what you got there. Started going in, and now it's computerized. Back when I did it was all records and vinyl. We had to pull the crates and go through stuff. So I'm going through the computer, I find something mixing up. People started dancing. I still had it. I still was getting people on the dance floor and stuff. So he was loving it. So he's like, yeah, anytime you come back, let me know. You come in and DJ and have a good time and blah, blah, blah. But it felt good. So, yeah, DJing was a fun thing. My wife almost got in a fight one time when I was DJing. But one of the girls kept coming up asking questions, and she was not tolerating it. So, but it was funny. I enjoyed being a DJ.
Yeah, my brother-in-law and I, we went out to a local tavern I don't know, it's been about a month or so ago, and they were having a DJ night that night. it was two guys and they had turntables, but it was all like there wasn't no records where they're actually like scratching.
Yeah.
It was just, but they were using it to scratch or whatever, and mix or whatever. But it was all electronic, like MP3 type stuff or whatever for the music. So I didn't even know how it worked. I was like, it was pretty good though. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, we were doing a live mix in front of the record. I mean, you had to listen. I mean, DJs today still do it, but it's kind of all computerized pretty much.
Yeah, and that's
like
why
we had
that
to
kind of
pull
was.
the record, so it was kind of like you put one record on, you had to dig in the crates to get the next record.
Yeah.
It wasn't like just the computer system in front of you. And
Yeah.
then you had to sit there and match up everything.
You had to
for the
listen
mix
to it to
come
get
in.
to the spot.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're
Yep.
doing this while people are trying to talk to you about other stuff, and it's like I said, nothing to take away from the guys that do it nowadays, but it's kind of like, dude, you're coming in with just some equipment. You're not even carrying all the crates and everything like we had to do, and the speakers and the amps and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it was a good time. And the Eclipse said, late night, boys. Yeah, we're hanging in here a little bit late, which is still early for you because you're out on the West Coast. So you're with Earth there, about 3 hours behind us. James said, free music rules now have the BitTorrents. Yeah. And James said, yeah, those TV shows are like a relationship and commitment. You have to follow schedule. Fuck that. Yeah, you miss something, you're like out of it. You got to catch up and everything. James said, yeah, 2 turntables and a microphone. There, Gilbert says, the shores of Lake Ontario, south of me, are sandbagged almost 300 feet above average for the lake. Wow.
Damn.
So they're dealing with that too. Richie says, ride the seasons before 8 are well worth a watch. So he's saying before the last season are worth a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, actually, I would agree with that. Season 8 was just like,
and he said, did anyone ever request Freebird? LOL. Now the clubs we used to do, like we used to do a lot of the hip hop and the house and the R&B type at a lot of the clubs, like the dance hall clubs and the university. But Freebird, we would get requested when people were getting a lap dance at the strip club, because we have strip clubs around the university. So obviously, if you're paying for a lap dance, you request Freebird. So
right, bang for your buck.
Exactly, right there, exactly.
It was like triple time.
Yeah. And then James says, Flick's big Freebird. Yeah, so, hey, don't put on a 2-minute song, right? But, yeah, well, I think we've been on for a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, and thanks for everybody participating. I don't even know how long we've been on, but I know we've been on for a while, Earth, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, so we came on after Joe D's show earlier, so thanks for everybody that kind of tuned in. It was just a late night pick up and have some fun, and had nothing else going on, so appreciate everybody that tuned in. And thank you there. And check out, in the comments, there were a lot of people that have channels. You can check out the different channels and stuff, and everybody that participated tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and finish drinking this whiskey. Actually, I'm going to get a late night snack to eat here in a little bit before I go to bed, so it's not, have something to settle the alcohol.
Soak it up.
Yeah, but appreciate Todd and Earth being here. And then earlier we had Off the 10th, we had Red Beer, we had Maxwell Star, we had Eastland Farms. Who am I missing? We've had a Red Beard, Paul PA Brew News. So yeah, yeah, Maxwell Star's Nick. Yeah, so everybody that came in earlier, and hopefully everybody has a great Sunday tomorrow. And look forward to catching you guys. Tonight, I uploaded the Spotlight earlier. Well, last night, because now it's the next day, it's Sunday. Did the upload of Redbeard, so you can check that out on the YouTuber Spotlight tonight. Actually, tonight, and probably Monday and Tuesday, once I get them scheduled, will be all like Evil Twin Beer reviews that I'm doing. So check those out as well. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. As always, keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time to get your beer on. And we don't have Eric here to do the PSA, so just don't drink and drive, or we'll send Eric to break your kneecaps. There you go. Just don't do it. That all being said, thanks for everybody watching. You guys want to say anything?
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. So Todd and Earth channels are in the works right now. We'll let you know when they're actually up and ready to go.
The last two guys standing doesn't have channels.
Yeah, the last two, right? They're on the long Joe Beer Control plan. Thanks, everybody. We'll look forward to catching you guys soon. Cheers.